Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Salone for All and Voice for All Network Television. I am your host, Khadija Tijan Nabi. Make I do a disclaimer right away. This message serves as a disclaimer. Salone for All and Voice for All Network Television, and neither do I, Khadija Tijan Nabi, own any copyrights to these songs that will be played during this live show. They will be used only for entertainment purpose. We will exercise Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976, which allows these materials to fair use. Once again, I welcome. What I go say? Welcome to the APC Party Kingdom, the SLPP Party Kingdom, NGC Party Kingdom, C4C Party Kingdom, and the list goes on. Today, I look forward to a very positive show where we'll get fun at the same time. We will discuss issues of relevance. So they are not take things too personal. We already know the rules and regulation of this forum, the rules of engagement, wherein they come in with a debate, we challenge each other, including myself, with panelists, but we do so with love, with peace, no hala, no profanity, all in the name of fun. Sometimes if final we relax small, then we'll pull the suit and tie and just relax and have a good time, even though not things of waiting say, but of course it fall under entertainment. So they are not take things too personal, no attack yourself or personality, but rather we address the issue. When you want to raise your points, raise them by improving on your own point of view rather than attacking personality. With that said, I welcome you guys once again. I do the first opening with, I guess we'll do some fun stuff then first. Like I said, I remind the party picking them of all political party. Like what I say, yeah, go do. So you go do for winner bet. So now starts with the first one. And then with the land. So the very first, please feel free for share, get all the people that involved. I go try for open the phone line as soon as possible, but I get for take a little while because one, I get for do some analysis, then from there I get for bring in panelists them, then I get for give them point of view, then we get a lot of tunes them of Emerson where we get for share today. We critically analyze from each other's point of view, from one another point of view, but now we understand say there's a difference between fact and opinion. The opinion go lies where from one perspective point of view, and then the fact is actually things that way it don't say that in this what is this music or in previous music. One thing we go say, but before I even go to that, make us start first again on the comical part of it. Then we loosen up, feel free and ready for rock and roll. Welcome once again to Salone for All, Voice for All Network Television. I am your host, Khadija Tijan Nabi.
I go to bar. I go to bar. I go to bar. I go to bar. Yeah, I go to bar. But I go to bar. Now then they mark, now then they sack, now then they appoint, so now then they disappoint, now then now we bra, so we say a star. Shilana daunami alikolana buso wami aukolana ilondoloze suhambenami daunami alikolana buso wami. I go to bar. I go to bar. I go to bar. I go to bar. Yeah, I go to bar.
Yago Duba. Make I acknowledge some of the wonderful folks from this forum. I want to start first with Uncle Med in the house. Welcome from upstate. Welcome, sir. Glad to see you on board. Madam Sue, Mr. or Madam Sue Jallo, welcome, welcome. Mr. Lawrence from United Kingdom, welcome in the house. Pasheki, welcome. Mr. Prince, welcome. Mr. Dumbia, welcome from Paris. And what else I miss? Do you forgive me? So, like I said, today the party picking the good already from the APC point of view, from the SLPP, C4C, but hey, let's do it with love. Let's do it for the love of the green, white, and blue. Now we analyze, hey, again, like I said, there's a difference between opinion and facts. The facts we go analyze based on what Emerson say now in music from this one now to from the previous one and now all with the combined. Then the opinion now lies from how they see things from our own perspective. Again, it starts with the very one we're going with together today. Coconut Aid. Me go give me own perspective and then I go bring in the other folks in a little bit. But first, now we'll listen to Coconut Aid.
Them say them they fixed in them make we wait. From where them born we dey no more, we dey wait. Just dey wait. Government they come and go and left we pan the big debate. Another generation don't come me sweep and the way. Welcome to the way. You will still no say na boom bamboo you late. Even though man them I chair pan altin. When I say altin I mean altin. All these in them where they happen na the country. We cherry I pan altin. But the man they no begin them bagbati. They don't begin their bagbati. Do ya una no left hand bagbati back take. Una let go be your body. But the man they don't begin their bagbati. They don't begin their bagbati. Now so then go left back and sabi time done. Then fail with your body. All man don't stand at his attention. All man want make impression. What see me go say? Watch me back. Look how I Becky. Tomorrow on we don't know. Today on the team mona. Everybody waiting for the miracle like hot color rest na fire. Hey, we dey be a no more but enough funny. Occupy we no know how government they run. Una been say una know, but una explanation don't become boring. It can make a one for sleep. We dey be a no more but enough funny. Frustration they claim the mountains. All man back tormenting. From one stress to the next thing, he make man them colomenting. Got a man and they come, got a man and they go. The people and life na same. So we no get for tire for complain. Although them don't begin say we gladly. If na joke than the joke, say we the grumble because we bell full enough funny. Una no get play to a hungry man. A hungry man is an angry man. Now the same boy na him talk say in 6 months he they fix the economy. Let's see no more. Now the same man come back and give we back talk. Una been say una get all the solution, but we don't understand any longer. Una been say una get this, it's easy, una mentally advanced. Where all the book man them way, una been the talk say ready for the dance. I remember the talk where the baby the talk say only the fish a big finance. Where all the idea them, we go make we live like family. Where the rest una they plan, the seed no they grow, na shataban. Una not tell we but una degree, una show we if una sabi. Facility not dey na hospital. Then they diapa. Una not tell we but una degree. Show we waiting una sabi. The economy still shitty. Life of citizens shitty. If una quality education make una picking then can't taste them. How long una go dey and talk? Na talk no more una dey talk. If not ordinary talk, by now man for the shop. How man they still get work? Now that they deliver on a buy party picking. Man them must have make ground soak. Now then they get to work by on a the pine party them. The kind way safe way man and they handle team them says a lot. See the worker and they strike, and they hold them money they no one pay them. Tell me if una go like, if una then they do so. He don't tell where they want bluff. Money for we well body one then go buy motor car.
Yeah, from what I know, the government purchased 30 brand new SUVs.
Okay, yeah, the other one.
No, those vehicles were not brand new SUVs, all 30 of them.
Okay, yeah, the other one back.
Only 4 SUVs for these regional coordinators.
Okay, well now yeah, this one back.
There are no SUVs. We call them Toyota Prado.
Well, and now the Munku them boss. Then why come by packet? You cannot give what you don't have. If you are not, you are not. COVID patient, then this gone, cause then lego them na dirty quarantine. Nobody don't care, then just go lego them so that the dirty quarantine. And now the Munku them boss. So then why I come by packet? Put another Munku boy, we want come name area them by party. Oh, this munku boy just they take people and them fiti fata. Don't the police and no SD, then just they harass people all lawfully. Who done another munku boy where they pop and down with gun in his behave? Who done another munku boy? He meets bridge can name me hard pan the name. Wetin the party do? The buying power now. Who da lock and a boatman too? Wetin do the soldier man? The one where the people like vote for, where the discipline talk. For the government to carry them after hours. Where the discipline talk, man and don't begin they go work anyhow. Where the discipline talk, some man know they do them work then they eat money no more. Where the discipline talk, then just the bill no more. But by all that they back the man me say I'm of justice. See they begin give we back and they back. They fair no that they give we. Time just they go, man and they feel themselves and people they suffer. Time just they go, people they suffer, man then they talk book no more. Time just they go, them higher, they talk book no more. Say then they pan walk, we not see it too, we they wait no more. We are out in they go, same thing no more. This now them go begin life and COVID. Say now you come and pop them, bump no more. The country na same old same people they suffer. Whoa, whoa. Anyone way come go turn we, they no say we na coconuted. Anyone way come go turn we, they no say we na coconuted. The man then don't know say we they go up and down with coconut head. They don't put we inside the ones where then they beat we they dance coconut head. All then sharp bubble entity, everybody dancing coconut head. Sharp bubble entity, steady they dance to the coconut head. It's a warzone, it's a warzone. Yes, so it is a warzone. Every day na the ghetto na warzone, mental warzone. Them boys they running, see them girls hustling, hustle to survive. Warzone, mental warzone. Young boys them brutal, young girls them brutal. Every day man in the brutal, every day man in the brutal, every day man in the brutal. Brutal for survival. Warzone, mental warzone. The time when man in the think survive and the fun I know what man in the do. Hey, for no more man survive. Hey, we know a new definition for the what they call J. We know a new naming ceremony for the what they call J.
So the way you still not say na boom bamboo you lay.
Now welcome back, welcome.
And them I chirp and altin. When I say altin, I mean altin. All this in them where they happen na the country. Cherry I fan altin. And they not begin their babati. They don't begin their babati. Yeah, una no left hand babati back there. Una let go be your body. But even they not begin their babati. They don't begin their babati. Now so then go left back and sabi time done. They fail be your body. All man don't stand that is attention. All man will make impression. What see me go say? Watch me back. Look how I Becky. Tomorrow on we don't know. Today on the team one. Everybody
fight now, so no party business.
Baby, I'm not more, but it's not funny. But we know how government they run. Una be say, una know, una explanation don't become boring. We can make that one for sleep. Baby, I'm not more, but it's not funny. Frustration, they climb the mountains. On my back, tormenting. From one stress to the next thing, he make man them colomenting. Got a man and they come, got a man and they go. The people in life the same. So we no get for tired for complain. Although them don't begin say we gladly. When I joke down the joke, say we the grumble because we don't full enough for it. When I not get play to a hungry man. A hungry man is an angry man. Now the same boy in top say 6 months, he they fix the economy. Let's see no more. Now the same man come back and give back up. When I be say when I get all the solution, but we don't understand any longer. When I be say when I get this, it's easy. When I mentally advance. Where all the book man them way. When I be the talk say ready for the dance. I remember the talk to the bar. The talk say only the fish and big finance. Where all the idea them. We go make we live like family. Where the rest soon na the plan. The seed not the grow. I shut up and when I not tell we but una degree. Una show if una sabi. Sility not dey na hospital. Till then they be about. When I not tell we but una degree. Show we wetin una sabi. The economy still shitty. Life of citizen shitty. If na quality education make una pikin then can test am. How long would
Welcome back to this novel platform. And I thank you for in that time. Now the wonderful tune where they get everybody crazy at the moment. So before I bring the panelists there, maybe I take me time. I go over it over and over and over. for now go give fair credit. First and foremost, I want to give kudos to Emerson because one a man from USA we all come out, we get a raw talent, we insert the try. Now the music industry, now we take the political part out of it for a minute. A product from Sierra Leone where we all should be proud of, just like how Nigerians then go proud of them, Peace Square, them, you name it. So kudos to them for doing what they do in the way we know. An individual way I've been able to meet in 2005 where he can perform in the state of New Jersey. Waiting can gravitate me to anybody na a person where they walk the arts with humility, because I can always say everything that is dunya na nothing, a vanity. We they go with left arm. So no matter how God, whatever talents God puts by you or whatever money you get, when you walk the ground with humility, definitely for me personally, you don't win me hearts. And he's somebody with great talents, but always very, very humble. So again, kudos to him for then two things today. The other thing where they get credit for, it takes a real patriotic person or a bold person for get that kind mind say and they put me more into politics when it comes to me musical career, because those type of direction can either make you or break you. You know, we don't see that. So with that said, again, kudos for that number 3. And waiting the fourth one, again, another kudos because it decides say it get the choice for say I'm not gonna say nothing at this administration, but rather only on the other administration or only when NGC come. But one thing what we all can attest is that if even Emerson belong to whether it's APC or SLPP, from me on point of view, again, in a welcome for challenge me and the phone line go open once we panelists them come, then say give their own side, then we'll go from there. Like I say, we'll get a lot of the music them will critically analyze today. But like I say, many of we go be confused as to which political party this man they as a member or where a sympathizer of, because the reason being it don't sing against every political party way exists in Sierra Leone. And for me, I need to just go and pull audio or write anything I say is either I don't see it or I don't think, because I believe, see, I can always say when God we're more than 7 million at Salone, but with that said, God they decide for choose who that you want choose, and when we get in platform here, so they always say no, we encourage each other. For now we use them for waiting go bind we together as Sierra Leone, which now the green, white, and blue, we go bring peace, stability, and the list goes on. So before I put anything out, it's something where I really truly mean. And the word where I pull out the other day when I listened to a song, I listened to her over and over, from A to Z, over and over again today, the same thing. Before I pull a statement out, and the statement basically suggests, say, if everybody, whatever platform you deserve, if you're not journalists, you able for give the news sincerely, without prejudice, without favor of anything, or maybe your affiliation, or you being a sympathizer of any individual, because don't get them complaining there. It will be the beginning of a better mama salon. If you're a musician, in the example of Witi Agiso with Emerson, it don't sing from against maybe the president, the late President Kaba in time, the former president also His Excellency Dr. Ines Baikoma, and then now it don't sing in this. The other things that what people then they argue say, well, you know, make him fear because he's biased or whatever. That's not a later thing we'll talk about. But like I say, when you get them platform there, so you know, if you're not activist, you know, say you don't act against the previous regime, which is the Dr. Ines Baikoma in regime, then now when this regime don't come, they shy away from even giving comments, then you also become waiting many go look at as an hypocrite. So like I say, I did bring you can start in a little bit. I did bring you come in a little bit, sir. Okay, you know already did it. I be actually the okay, good, wonderful. Welcome, sir. I did bring you in a little bit. I just want land to what they say, sir. Thank you. Welcome, Mr. Kutubu. Welcome, Mr. Masale. So, like I've been they say, how again credits for all that, because one, like I say, if even it belonged to the Sierra Leone People's Party, which every one of we as Sierra Leonean will get the right as it was set forth by the Constitution. With Constitution for say you get the right for freedom of press, freedom of association, freedom of whatever you want to call them. So if even it belonged to the Sierra Leone People's Party, the fact that he bold enough, whether it is again, we go into the debate side later, the fact that he able for sing against them in terms of in concern where it presents now this music, I believe say is worth for now we get credit for. Again, we are welcome to debate. So for me on point of view, now then four side in there again credit. One, being a Sierra Leonean, it tried now the music industry, it don't take we to international, not today, not so yesterday. It they do well, and if the P square then they happy for the young people. We say for equally for be happy for them. That's one. Then secondly, like I say, it don't bold enough for this side say it is sing from every regime. So they say elites from the previous administration. It been before 2 years. It don't knock one two music. Fine. Again, sometimes maybe it don't land in that process. Say okay, well I've been too. I not been fair with them. Maybe I decide for come out too soon. So hence the reason why it decide for slow down and it waits 2 years later before it sing against this regime. Some go say, no, that's not the case, not because of an affiliation or whatever the case may be. So, but again, I they open I they pause here, make me panelists them come, they introduce themselves. I get the lyrics word by word. So that way when the debates they come on, I know say I get something where they fall on. And again, I go open the line in a little bit when I get me panelists and force net and self give their own take on the entirety before we open the line. Welcome, Mr. Masale. Welcome, Mr. Koroma. And I please take this opportunity for introducing yourself, and then we learn to the topic. Who do I want to go first? Anyone of Fina. Mr. Koroma, can you hear me? There we, sir? Did you hear me? Uh-oh, you volume. You volume, sir. Check the red line. So make I bring in Mr. Masale in the meantime. Mr. Masale, come on in, sir. Introduce yourself. Yes, welcome.
How are you?
Fine, thank you, sir.
Thank you for having me on as a late edition.
You're always welcome. I know, right? You make a change the flyer immediately. How they can say the wishes recommend, right? Welcome, sir. Mr.
So my name is Amadou Masali.
Yes, sir.
And I live in Dallas, Texas. I also happen to be the play father of Emerson Bokari. And I'm here to proudly represent him and his music, his work.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So, Mr. Koroma, come in and introduce yourself, sir. Some we guessed and they already requested. Now we do a rewind on the music, which we'll go do in a little bit. And welcome. I go try for acknowledging in a little bit and a patient with we. Mr. Koroma, come on in, sir. So, Mr. Koroma, come in and introduce yourself, sir. Some turn this off.
Power off.
Mr. Koroma, you there with sir? Mr. Kutubu. Okay, you volume on there, you sir. So in the meantime, if you get problem, make we just go by the music again. Let people then go yeri, they will come back in. You get problem with you volume. Check the mute button, yeah. Okay, so for now we log in. Like I said, now we get a very nice smooth ride. So I will play some of fun things them. For now we ease with mind. Like I said, this platform go do for we all no more bets. So at again I first ya go do ba. Then land for the coconut and then we come right back.
Ya go do ba. I go to bar. I go to bar. I go to bar. Yeah. I go to bar. But I go to bar. Now then they mark. Now then they sack. Now then they appoint. So now then they disappoint. Now then now we bra. So we say a star. Ya go do, ya go do bar, ya go do bar.
Anyone way come go ton we, they no say we na coconutted. Anyone way come go ton we, they no say we na coconutted. The man then don't know say we dey go up and down with coconut head. They don't put we upside down once when they beat we they dance coconut head. All them sharp bubble entity, everybody dancing coconut head. Sharp bubble entity, steady they dance to the coconut head. It's a warzone, it's a warzone. Yes, so it is a warzone. Every day na the ghetto na warzone, mental warzone. Them boys they running, see them girls hustling, hustle to survive. Warzone, mental warzone. Young boys them brutal, young girls them brutal. Every day man in the brutal, every day man in the brutal.
Daunami alikolana buso wami aukolana ilondoloze zuhambenami.
Them say them they fixed in them make we wait. From where them born we dey no more, we dey wait, just dey wait. Government they come and go and left we pan the big debate. Another generation don't come meet we pan the way. Welcome to the way. You still no say na boom bamboo you late. Even though man them I chair pan altin. When I say altin I mean altin. All these things them where they happen na the country. We cherry I pan altin. But the man they no begin them bagbati. They don't begin them bagbati. Do ya una no left hand bagbati back take. Una leg go be your body. But the man they no begin them bagbati. They don't begin them bagbati. Now so them go left hand and sabi time done them fail with your body. All man don't stand at his attention. All man want make impression. What see me go say? Watch me back, look how I Becky. Tomorrow on we don't know. Today on the team mona. Everybody waiting for the miracle like hot colorist na fire. Hey, we dey be a no more but enough funny. Occupy we no know how government they run. Una been say una know, but una explanation don't become boring. We can make a one for sleep. We dey be a no more but enough funny. Frustration they claim the mountains. All man back tormenting. From one stress to the next thing, he make man them colomenting. Got a man and they come, got a man and they go. The people in life na same. So we no get for tire for complain. Although them don't begin say we gladly. If na joke than the joke, say we the grumble because we well full enough funny. Una no care play to a hungry man. A hungry man is an angry man. Now the same boy na him talk say in 6 months he they fix the economy. Let's see no more. Now the same man come back and give we back talk. Una been say una get all the solution, but we don't understand any longer. Una been say una get this, it's easy, una mentally advanced. Where all the book man them way, una been the talk say ready for the dance. I remember the talk where the party the talk say only the fish a big finance. Where all the idea them, we go make we live like family. Where the rest una the plan, the seed no they grow, na shataban. Una not tell we but una degree, una show we if una sabi. Facility not dey na hospital, till then they diapa we. Una not tell we but una degree, show we waiting una sabi. The economy still shitty, life of citizens shitty. If na quality education, make una pikin then can taste am. How long una go dey and talk? Na talk no more una dey talk. If not ordinary talk, by now man for the shop. How man they still get work? Now that they deliver on a buy party pikin. Man must have make ground soak. Now then they get to walk back on a the pine party them. The kind way safe way man then they handle thing them say lot. See the worker then they strike, then they hold them money they no one pay them. Tell me if una go like, if una then they do so. He don't tell where they want bluff. Money for we well body one then go buy motor car.
Yeah, from what I know, the government purchased 30 brand new SUVs.
Okay, yeah, the other one.
No, those vehicles were not brand new SUVs, all 30 of them.
Okay, yeah, the other one back.
Only 4 SUVs for these regional coordinators.
Okay, well now yeah, this one back.
There are no SUVs. We call them Toyota Prado.
Well, now the Munku them boss. Then why come by packet? You cannot give what you don't have. If you are not, you are not. COVID patient, then this gone, cause then lego them na dirty quarantine. Nobody don't care, then just go lego them so that the dirty quarantine. And now the munku them boss so. Then why I come by packet? Put another munku boy, we want come name area them by party. Oh, this munku boy just they take people and them fitty fatter. Done the police and no SD, then just they harass people all lawfully. Put another munku boy where they pop and down with gun in his slave. Put another munku boy, he meets bridge can name me hard pan the name. Wetin the party do, the buying power now the lock and a boatman too. Wetin do the soldier man, the one where the people like vote for, where the discipline talk. For the government to carry them after hours. Where the discipline talk, man and don't begin they go work anyhow. Where the discipline talk, some man know they do them work then they eat money no more. Where the discipline talk, then just the bill no more. But by all that they back the man me say I'm of justice. See they begin give we back and they back. They fair no that they give we. Then just they go, man and they feel themselves and
And welcome back. I hope saying enjoy the wicked tune from we own brother Mr. Emerson Bokari. From Ion point of view, na Ion how you call it? Ion reports card igi so far for this administration referred to as we all na coconut aid, and which he also referred to himself. Now, again, for in our way they tune in, I say now we engage as this platform, now a peaceful platform for now we all engage in a peaceful manner. You're welcome to disagree with me, challenge with panelists, but they are not doing so with love. Now we put with green, white, and blue over before anything else. Having said that, like I say, ya go do for we all bets. Make a bring come Mr. Kutubu Koroma come back in once again, sir. If they get problem with his device, now introduce himself and then we learn so we debate today.
Well, like I said, we are to go from the Salone talk forum when they deal with issues, comment, and analysis.
Welcome, sir. So do me a favor, sir. I want your device calm down a little bit so that way they go see that nice handsome face. As we did. Yes, wonderful, great, better. So now I take this opportunity for give you, sir, the floor. For now, you give your in total. Of course, many Sierra Leoneans don't come across you audio where basically you, that if not from your own point of view, from how you see things. And again, when it comes to opinion, nobody is wrong. But at the same time, when it comes to facts, that's where the challenging will be as evidence of waiting the man present to winner in song, whether it's this one and the previous one. Welcome, sir. Give me your take on this coconut aid, sir.
I mean, it's so simple as this. I mean, Leo problem enough for generalizer. Like really point out.
Sorry, sir, you first don't go back down.
No problem, like I say.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's not the music officer. For one premise we get for established, they get the right to call free speech, and then a part of free speech, then they also we an inalienable right. We know we don't go take it from. So we could accommodate the inalienable right to free speech. The only problem with them is that not generalizer because when it says basically you talk about everybody. We are not part of the problem actually because we are not in governance. Maybe you say if for all the guys that were in administration, you go if for hold them squarely. When have all the infractions then, bring them up the way they promise them more things that more even talk like the judiciary is so. If for maybe then I like I go talk say, you know what? No matter how exponentially a nation is corrupt, how a nation is badly governed, on a one-sided way, everybody here for putting open trust. And at the judiciary, you name it, cases in the language that court. If you didn't salary, you don't get money, you don't get justice. These are the things that actually we need to out where it relates to the people there. You know, that then I mean but you know, calling all coconut heads or whatever. I look and say look at it way off the court. But again, like I said, when you consolidate it to context and perspective, it exercise the right to free speech. And normally then free speech and then you don't necessarily get to be tailored for meet you idiosyncrasies. But what's important, you don't exercise the free speech, right? And so that's it. That's where I look at.
Again, we respect every input where you put today, but many Sierra Leoneans go and ask you if you na coconut aid.
Well, I make I take exception to that. I say, oh no, I'm not.
Wonderful. So Hence the reason why many go look and say, you know, for take offense to it, as long as you know, say you know who you are. If me na a Sierra Leonean, I enjoy the tune, just like how I be don't dance to Bobo Bele and many of the other tune, as that of many other Sierra Leoneans, I look and say the man in getting your way they do in music in the sense that they do it in a comical fashion. It gets names the way we don't hear about Swebe and then they all not tunes that will go get for come back down to. So if you know say you're not there in that, you're not fit in that category, many go look and say why take offense to it.
Well, like I said, the generalization. All right, but let give example. Go in America, so.
Yes, sir.
What if you go out there now, you use this word they are saying, you know, every nigga in this country are the only two good man, MS Sports, and for just you know the born picking and normal like that. Say every you make a soup. How you think so they will react to that?
Right. So that again will be an individual point of view, because me no they under the category of being a nigger, and then secondly, I not fit in the category whichever way they try for describe. So knowing oneself go able for make you react or not react to certain comments made by
But
others.
we also need for it's true, but we also need for understand say there are certain comments that you just don't make like you see neo premise stand on and the generalization that stand on. Like I say, I don't get a problem with the man they talk about the infractions of principle at the place, the bad governance, or what they for talk about it really now really get for hold the gas and feet to the fire. Just the way I don't catch this stuff. You know though, Salone, if you now land help people enjoy the work they grab people land them. You know they say we see the minister of lands, they go help they go get caught up in demolition of buildings and who tend to become the fiat of the minister or go begin to go building them. So these are the things the way they come up with the specifics. In that way, they, like I said, I don't get a problem with this with the adding column. No problem with it. I don't know something away from we don't get too much attitude to America. We can therefore stay away from generalization. We therefore be rather very specific and call you and say you now this you do now this is that so that then a real problem. Then I really stand firm on that. There should be no generalization. There has to be specificity. Like I said, the Minister of I just don't give the Minister of Lands as an example. He gets involved in broken down buildings and next thing. No, it's totally wrong. Now, I mean, I don't know how for correct my life for a minister, you know, win the office of minister down to that kind of level. That then a real problem. The generalization.
Yes, I'm talking about the generalization. It also now omits itself from the equation. If I can come back and bring point to that, the very last statement, almost at the end of in tune, is say, now read unto it because it take me time for critically go through each and every word where it puts in the music. It say, I go left una with me coconut head, and I hope say you self they shake you coconut head till we meet again. Me they are so. So when does that make you feel better that another try for degrade we as a nation, but rather they try for pull a point, and that point could be either in the title of Swegbe or Bobo Bele, or in this case, indecisive for go as coconut's case, coconut's aid.
As long as I'm not assuming you are about to say, you know.
Oh, I don't know what's in the gun. The volume, sir. We need to hear you. Sorry. Sorry, sir. Mr. Koma, we need to hear you, sir. The volume.
As a body,
Mr. Koma. Okay, what's not try for put you on a.
Like I say, once no more in all of that to the to the people there. Like I'm very concerned about specificity. That is where I am. You know, specifically, not hold we all accountable for the decadence and escapism we don't overrun Salone. No. You get good Sardinians that will get good potential for the country. But unfortunately, they don't get the opportunity for kind display waiting and we will do for every country, they don't do them. So, you know, you go sit down, you go do, man, I'm not part of this. How I fit in that thing. Like I said, me go continue for stand on the threshold of the fact that I really not take kind into generalization. Okay. I like to be very specific you put the other color who side the problem, you call them assistant, and the one they will responsible, you hold them accountable. That's what we work in the case. There you go.
Okay, sir. Okay, we'll come back to you. I want to come Mr. Masale and himself come in and give it your take on coconut aid. Welcome, sir.
Sure, thank you again for having me here. First of all, yes, Mr. Kukunati, Klima, Tomina Salome, we all them has to talk about. But there are more important things to talk about before I get to that issue that Kutubu is raising. Many people don't raise issue them, but Emerson listen song, depending on where you are with whatever your psyche is. Yeah. For example, the people then from the APC party, they say, but Emerson not sing, Emerson, they back as if till when they show, they say SLPP government getting land. So they make them comments and the APC people then because they can't expect Emerson for oppose for them. But Emerson that the country they work for, also for political party. So when I meet up, he meets up. When I don't meet up, it's also a problem nowadays, in other words. That's not one. From the APC perspective. From the SLPP perspective, let's say Emerson not fair to them. Then then simple they do. I mean, not supposed kind AI we don't get, we not get. So then take offense to that. I really know you coming from the SLPP circle when you talk say, waiting back, this go back, this will not go take up, this will go cover government. All them funny stuff in it. Also, we were in 2020, not so 19 we will go again. So I don't talk about two things then, how the APC people then feel about how the SLPP themselves feel about but particularly the one thing I want to talk more than anything else now, the fact say people then say, well, they must not sing enough. I say to that, because in my own opinion, maybe I don't follow Emerson for years now. Yeah, I mean, to get relationship over and beyond the music. But the message when he sent that this audio, this particular song, Coconut Aid, to me, now the greatest song on accountability, on governance, what we country ever see. Bar none. And I want to talk about that. I ready for talk about that too, specifically. Now, I want to talk about something he said at the beginning of in song. Because people they don't talk say Emerson no say certain thing there. People don't want to talk about, for example, the McKinney massacre or the Pademba Road massacre and any kind of thing. But Emerson is, he's driven by the spirit. I want the spirit all I was saying now the scene. And more importantly, a talk and say, even though man then yai cherry for all team. When I say all team, I mean all team. All the things that will happen in the country with cherry eye for all team. To me, that is an indication for say, well, I know they can't talk all team now, but we don't see all team that happen in our country. It's left to me, how we want to interpret them, yeah. And there are many other things like that in this album. Some of the lines that we use, I mean, they're so powerful, so prolific.
Good.
And me as a papa and as a Sierra Leonean, I'm proud of the song. And I hope it could be another eye opener to the government. Let them know say the people are not glad. Because especially they support to us to the pick na the air so no more until Bokuman and woman get at them.
Wonderful. Well stated, sir. I want to go with line by line. Now we debate on Mr. Koma. The very first line is say they fix things, then make we wait. From where then born, we dey no more, we just they wait. Governments then just they come and go and left we per debates. Big debates. Another generation don't come, meet we per the wait. Welcome to the wait. You will no say still na boom bam boom. You late. Condom man then check. I guess na that side they refer to. Yai chair per all things. When I say all things, I mean all things. Where they happen at the country. So now we start with the first. What thing I think about that? If they talk about say then they can't fix everything. From where it born, from your point of view, we still at the wait, and not see say anything productive don't happen at the country from where it born. It said, and then back again, then the left whip at the debates. Like what you see don't pass. So waiting then they can't tell we and waiting then they do not two different things. So now we start with that line first, then we go to the next. Mr. Kutubu, what do you think about that? Is it right for them lines and they first and foremost where I don't share so with we?
Well, the way I look at this again, they go back to the kind of culture we get the culture of the politics. The culture of the politics here is there are people that don't vote on issues. Issues are not we don't have issue oriented society. We don't hold anybody account. What they do is that now we get a quid pro quo, meaning that for 4.5 years the politicians then will they away. So for the next 6 months we will come when the no selection will come. It takes them 2-3 penny give ya. If I need to give you, the so you ask you say vote for me, I will do this. We don't do this. You don't buy you vote. So when you don't buy you vote where you go. You don't go say, for example, a man would they represent more say Freetown is one constituency. That they did. But when you look, they get who say get near British ambassador there or I mean American ambassador or British High Commissioner outside in a day.
1 second, sir. Sorry, sir. You make some salient points, and I want to connect that with the word coconut aid. The fact that you make such salient points where you say then people they are so then they use them during the time of campaign, then give them small money, then go then basically fall for the game. So can we say that now that's it refer to say we na coconut aid because by now we for don't get sense say not only by the words but rather by the action and action not only necessarily during campaign time but waiting that we don't do 10 years ago before even then decide say they one can play into politics or one can rule we as a nation. So can you agree that to a certain extent now that's it refer to where it say coconut aid?
Well, if that's what he did, if that's what actually he referred to, that's fine. Because you know, the candidate for budget the argument
yes, sir.
That we set the people them, we also share the climate of blame of the crucibles of chaos.
Absolutely.
And disorder we don't get visited upon the fabric of governance of country because we they vote by sentiments, we they vote either by time, we they vote by this. We really don't we don't put the country before. For example, in 2018 or 2018, the nation was faced with a wide range of choices. But they decided no, they go to the status quo. And when you go to the status quo, obviously these are the questions. I mean, they say elections have consequences. This is the thing. So we can start with grumble from dusk to dawn, January to December. Just then also that I can tell the people in America now. We only know for grumble about Mr. Trump. I said, wait a minute. What happened in 2016? It go to and say the wrong. It's another plane. And people they come out and challenge them. They look all the other people, including people who get household names, not like the Bushes, they don't give vote for them. Now in they vote for. So if you now don't go vote for the man, just be honest and principle enough to accept it. Now you don't get paradoxical comfort and solace for the bad governance, whatever it is. Now you don't vote for him. Now again, they always say elections have consequences. Until they vote by issues because they represent me now. Twitter is one constituency, but I see they also but you know all the other high man. Right there, that a red flag and right there. Right there is a red flag. How you go know what they go to now where you know they you are not in because we are not they come for whole meetings them. Then they give that constituency allowances them, we are not they bring an aya. Because you don't buy me votes already. So is that near you in a contract we don't make? Okay, I don't already so yeah, whether I get water, I get electricity now, they put the trash and the school they all and whether they get place for students and all that. Until we start for holding people are accountable, not stay away from this short-term experience where the manager can give you money for go buy one bag rest, they forget about water. You need something sustainable really to go. And the only way that they happen, we have to make sure to get the right people where go put the well-being of the Commonwealth ahead of the parochial concern. But this is the way I look at it.
Thank you, sir. And one of the points again where one of the video I play now basically waiting the citizen and they go through where make it in a fun way. Yago do ba. Where basically when they want come in governance, then they say all the sugar coated lies, and when they come a different thing. So, Mr. Masale, before I go to the next line, what's in your take on that few lines where Emma Simbi they refer to in terms of they say then they can't fix but from where born and not see that, so on and so forth. Come back in, sir.
Well, okay. First of all, I know we don't me talking last week, but so you can always do. Yeah,
Forgive me, oh. No worry.
The third part I want to talk about that Kutubu own sensitive issue where you say
Okay.
But now I make the main point because now I want to be different. So I put a last.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a valid point. I mean, based on how you want to look at, but in sense of the example the way Gigi Snow, we talk about that politician, the IMAT, but they represent constituency, whatever, constituency 3 or 101 inside tongue.
Yeah.
And then the coconut mentality Randy, from politician and from the constituency. If they the representative, then I rise, I mat, and then it's okay with Palamp, now whosoever, then yes, because the representative within the constituency, if they represent me. Well, you can make an argument say no, but that's the point Kutubu was trying to make. But to me, I'm using that as an example of a coconut idness, Randy. With regard to the lines that we get from Dandy, that will say over the years, and again, this is one point I will make from the beginning, because this is from talking to Emerson over the months or whatever, not with regards to the song, but if you tell me say, okay, that the one country I will want to see move, go to government no more. So maybe it's just kind of a mind we could do with the talk. It could be that this is one way for move the one country. Indeed, that's the kind of the thing no more. However, we're not for look in a negative light, unless you get your own self-interest, which we can understand. But I believe, say, anyway, being in Sierra Leone, when you look what's happening in our country today, when you look what's happening in our country over the last 10, 15, 20 years, but the way I must say so not true. And we don't talk about all anything there. You don't say, in that voice, or you sing it, they go far.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But wait till another one, you ask me the question.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
will say, the statement itself, I will say, over the years, these guys have not taken us anywhere. And here we are today, coconut heads. What are we going to do next, so to speak? And then it goes into the song proper. But I'll follow your lead.
So, you done, sir?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. No one say I can't say again. But many also go look and say that statement again, like I said now for the later debates, but I just want to stimulate your mind in the process. In the meantime, many go look and say that might not be a fair statement, but rather if for judge based on administration from one administration to another, if for judge them directly waiting Pashekidu versus waiting Dr. Ines Baikromadu, waiting we sitting president do, and the list goes on. But again, like I say now for further one, I want to go further with the lyrics. Then I also want to play something for backup this in statement. It say, but the man then don't begin them babati. They don't begin them babati. They don't repeat them over and over. Do ya una not left pa babati? And una not left pa babati te basically then make sabi then fail we your body. But the man they don't begin repeat them back again. So all man don't stand his attention, all man one make something like that. So basically, I don't know what I think about this babati business from what in they say. I want you come back in, Mr. Kutubu. You agree with his statement for say you they see some of them signed and then at this administration for like where they go say babati business, or I don't know if lack of better term where they go say pauper. What's in your take on that, sir?
Well, from waiting I don't which are the way seem for be the talk of the day. But for this question, and now we got government, but now we didn't try. Now we don't furnish now or something like that. They didn't say this.
Yeah.
So waiting now don't take into account. They don't take into account, reckless conduct on the part of people. Where again, nobody not seem for hold them accountable. Nobody hold them accountable. Then they do things with reckless abandon. You know, I mean, for example, there is one fellow when they call waiting by Arata, something like that. I don't know how any human being will go call himself Arata. I don't hear a number of things and we're very disturbing. You know, holding machine in Aya, doing this Aya, doing anything, and you know, all kind of activity. Then you go ask, who that this fellow here so waiting at the threshold where he stand on, or waiting at the guarantee where he stand on, waiting at the pedestal where he stand on, where they have this kind of extraordinary authority, or you do things that for be an outlaw, you do things and then in the way that where the law no go catch you, they kind of attend.
Yeah.
Because me always believe say, and I will continue for if you advance this argument. It is not who that they give into power, not unite because either by faith or by desire, people are going to come into power. Anyhow, we look. But what is very significant and abiding, where today will not give for accept them and move and say, you know what, this time will help me. And not care who that in power. For say, the basis of the society, now one that when it revolve around the rule of law, that's not the society. All talk say win a nation, win a country. Now because waiting the government we not to don't let one America did that talk say not invest by the leadership or not invest in by the big people then invest in building institutions and structures. Waiting I see lack in a Salone. We don't get any thing the way we say, okay, where this government come now, where it come, it continue from this point when this person had not left, then it continue, it build on that. What do they do? Then they dismantle. And they dismantle the all things the way they meet. So then we win so that way they now we be do this, now we be do this, now we be do this. We also get for shy away from that mentality. Mr. George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, and other people they don't die. Yes, they go. But guess what? Then people they left structures and foundations and things like that, how they call it in place, way outlive them. Now this will not get it, will not get systems, structures, foundation, and you will outlive, the leaders then. Yes. Everything seems to be tied around the whims, views, and caprices of the leaders then. Oh, now the leaders, we need to get systems and structures them where we will consider that the foundation of the nation, regardless of who that can, where you can, what you will not build, you go build, but you don't go dismantle them.
Yeah.
You don't go dismantle that just because it may not want to be put on it. We need to move away from that kind of a mentality and all of this in it.
Wonderful.
Because we dismantle everything, that money will be for be spent on something else. Now you want to take it for rebuilding. What you don't do, now retrogression, you don't go back.
Absolutely.
Back, you don't go forward.
So one good example where you give in terms of Arata, then an example of a die-hard supporter where they perform in Young Babati. So now I want also give an example of the one day where I guess we will say we elect or put in an insensitive position them where they don't make Babati. But before I bring the authentic evidence where I will play for the audience, I will bring come Mr. Masale for in waiting at your take. You see any signs of waiting MRC they say they don't begin them Babati. Then they're not left for this Babati, make sabi, then at the end of the day then left with your body. Waiting at your take, sir. Check your volume, sir. Oh, we don't hear you, sorry.
Sorry,
yeah, that's quite okay. Yes, quite okay.
So yeah, of course. I mean, there are so many examples you can point to with regard to show of babati, which is another way to say paupa.
Yeah.
Some kind of forceful intervention, if you will. What do you think? Say, if you look at babati business from the very beginning, from where we get the Speaker of the House, the Parliament. That is not big babati business.
Yes.
And there have been a series of them since this administration has been in office. we can talk pointedly to the funny massacre at McKinney and in a Babati business. Because here's the thing, yeah, maybe the youth they're out of place for harmful protest, maybe. However, firing live bullets with a deliberate motive to kill. Because I mean, if you fire live bullets in a crowd, you don't see people kill. You shoot for miss, per se. So that was a little too much. There could have been better ways to resolve that issue. Even some of the Tiwab with Paulo Conte, the trumped up charges of treason in all the Akabati business, because they be really want to play Kumra, the government for the play king for play Kumra, they look for in better ways. And I can give you examples. I can tell you all these women is not talk much, but the cherry eye for all team.
Yes.
Yes, the cherry eye for all team.
So I want, based on what I don't say back again, you make series of salient points them. You give example of the Speaker of Parliament and then the McKinney saga and then the major retired Paulo Conte in saga. I also want to play for the audience them when you refer to McKinney, one of the Babati, now the resident minister, and then even we sitting president, there was a speech where he make where like how you use the word combra, where many go look and say it was too harsh for Sierra Leoneans them. But now play force again few, then we will come back on that.
Who they shoot anyone will kill them. Let my man left wear black.
You don't come up for that place, please.
You understand? They say no SLBB. Now the thing and they take advantage. They say I know SLBB, then lenient. They're not the kill and the bio. Me, I don't tell brigade, I don't tell the I make a come where I listen out there. I thought to go if I meet right now. How for the better. Now make me come. You understand? Eh? Because then you can.
Salome for Labo, you must Labo way Belfu. I don't worry about that. Honestly.
In conclusion, let me restate, any act of violence will be dealt within the broad spectrum of the law. Citizens have an obligation to obey law and order. Those who think that by fomenting trouble and inciting violence in this country, they can derail and distract government from fighting corruption, attracting investors, and meeting its promise to deliver development to this nation, know now that you will lose this fight. My government will hit hard, and it will continue to hit even harder until this fight is won. Because this is a fight for the unity, stability, development, and the future of the only place we all call home. It is a fight that we must fight, and it is a fight that we must win. I thank you.
And I welcome back as share with in a series of things for backup some of the statement the way MRC make where me personally agree with him and I'm sorry for the backlash. One of which the president they use statement say you go, of course they can say not what you say in the way of saying it. Yes, we all they condemn any form of violence or anything where they go against the peace and security or stability of a country. But when you they say me governments go hit hard and now if fight or they win, and then when they see them things that they happen, it go make Sierra Leoneans then think otherwise. And I also go give an example of the then president, how we address certain things them, where I believe say it critical for now we all listen to as Sierra Leoneans if we want to get a stable Sierra Leone or a government that is balanced for all citizens. Like I can always say Salone, they do for we all best because it belongs to we. I also play the one way many they frown at the resident minister of McKinney as soon as see Mr. Masale make the example of the shooting. Prior to that, it make a known say, then people then go, the mommy then go wear black, and unfortunately it come to pass, which is rather unfortunate. And we one of the minister, we don't see the same minister who been in a radio democracy, the why they make the babati. Even at some point we been get a meeting with one of the young girl, one of the local station, they take to the point where insulting intelligence to say I not go doubt say you ignorant, you understand. So all these are example of the babati. So now I want play one, like I say, one make sure say anything what they say, then it back up with statements them. They play this one, and then now we come back again and debate on that, and go through with the.
So therefore it's very critical. So if you come into governance through tribalism, through faith, through how you rule the country. Every member of this Republic of Sierra Leone is important, and you need them. You therefore stretch out. You therefore make sure say the people of Falaba are happy. The people of Bond are happy. The people of Moyamba, Pujeong, Kambia, Kotloko, Kailong, all sides. So you know, come and try to gain power by dividing the people. You gain power by dividing the people, you know we're able to sustain and rule the country peacefully. So that is why this issue, we are bringing an issue of also a great concern to we, and as I say, we will address them, we will take the next steps, we will address the nation. I will call the political party leaders to make them come, so that we will address them as well. Then we will say it is about the future of the country, not of individuals. It's not even a political party. The country big past APC, the country big past SND, the big past NDC, big past CSC, a big past all of them put together. And why you did bring tribalism now? We have the mayors on the other side, Girankes, the Kumanes, the all sides is mixed up. If you listen to obituary, then we call all one of the country. One person died, you will see how connected we are. You travel now, you go, people then, they move all over the country, especially the market women. Then they move all over. So anything we get to do with tribalism, it will affect everyone, directly or indirectly. So we all get a responsibility, and I assure them that after the Security Council meeting, we will take the appropriate steps. But this is what they happen is unacceptable. We all condemn them, and whether it is APC or SLPP or any party, the people of this country don't deserve that.
So in a welcome back. So basically, I want to bring Nande as a reminder for some salient and important points then where the then president, His Excellency Dr. Ines Baikoma, they make emphasis on one, a frown against anything when a tribalism we go kind of like divide we as a nation. A speak on the importance of how Sierra Leone is bigger than each of us, including any political party. It also, it also said that for a nation be successful, every Sierra Leonean need for feel belonging and importance. It make an example of Bonds need for feel like they're part of the equation. Likewise, Falaba, and the list goes on. And if I can quote on that and then make reference to with other then President Obama, it also make similar statements. Say for now you get a nation where go be successful or stability exists, you get for make sure say the people are united. So again, what to make the example and compare both where we talk about Babati, not what we say but how we they say 'em. There is a way where we sit in president go say, of course, anybody hold will find out say blah blah blah, we go hold you accountable. But the word we go after that say we kind of so for win and we not go lose. It sound very intimidating. And then when we they see now them action and they cancel reality in the case of if them bobo then decides to if they want go out, then speak, then exercise then democratic rights. The thing what they go do, then they use rubber bullets, but rather like how Minister Abu say, then parents then go just get for wear the black, which is rather unfortunate. So with anything, it's just like you did at home. I can always say, you as the leader, you have to set the pace and the example. You, the mommy or the papa, you not go say, you not go live your life in opposite of you preaching peace, but then yet they kind of like you they say, oh, because me na the mama or na me na the papa, they make the babati, you get for do things how I want time, but rather me they do and the other way around. So I don't know what you now think. And I come back in, sir. Mr. Kutubu come in, then I bring Mr. Masale. Then we'll land to the next.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And again, this a collective tragedy without be forced at all.
Yes, sir.
This kind of scenario what you see, where people then believe say, or they don't believe say being in governance now an honor and privilege. People then wrongly believe say being in governance is a divine right. And so if you look at from that angle, from that perspective, say a divine right, mean that you can do anything because now a divine right, now your birthright. No, it is not.
Absolutely.
We therefore begin looking at from a perspective, say, for let you sit on now White House, you na ambassador under, you na minister under, again like I said, a privilege when you fellow
strongly agree.
Citizen confer on you.
Strongly agree. Strongly.
Now a privilege, honor and privilege. There are guidelines when they govern you conduct in the office. There are guidelines.
Absolutely.
You are getting guardrails in place so that we will ensure a just and egalitarian society based on discipline, based on just doing things the right way, So me they go back to the question of the non-accountability. This is where I'm going at the body. Because when people are not held accountable either for their utterances or for their actions this tend to present a banana republic type syndrome now we show.
So Mr.
As opposed to
yes,
we
sir.
being a law-abiding society.
I strongly agree with you.
Official or anybody in a very responsible position cannot make statement in a way that will encroach on the fundamental precepts of the other people. You cannot.
Sure.
You cannot.
Yeah. So if I can come in, sir.
Guided by comments the way they make, because when you make comments where they off screen, it's always not constituted. But this is the policy of the government. Even though it may not be, but because it comes from a senior official, a high government official, it tends for that make the white man always say perception and reality. He put a lot of premium on perception being a reality. So your argument by all this when we consolidate everything to context and perspective, we get for see we set as a society where they live again in systems and structures and how they do things. That we cannot be a jungle system where anybody's not doing it no more. There are rights. I mean, the society get rights. The countries don't get rights. Yes. These rights they get for be preserved.
Absolutely.
They get for be preserved when we observe the guard rates in place, and we'll begin to hold people accountable.
Yeah. So if I can come in, sir.
Of what is required of them.
Yeah.
So this is how many look at.
Yeah, and I strongly agree with you. But then many go look and say back again for holding someone accountable. The anybody with integrity or value or moral standing for hold their own self accountable, in meaning that with the expectation of Sierra Leoneans, waiting them put them in there for therefore live up to that expectation. Then when we look at it further, how can we hold we these people accountable, wherein that we supposed to get three branches of government, where's the legislative, the executive, and the judiciary. But when it comes to places like Africa, unfortunately, say the executive always they go above and beyond, and what's in they say now in the last thing. So if in the case where other people then will say, okay, we're not all they're accountable, either they pull in a parliament or then kill them or whatever the case may be. So if you, many Sierra Leoneans will say to you that it's easier said than done, given the obvious of the side where we find with safe. I don't know what you think of that.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
So, especially from Leo perspective.
Yeah.
Of being in a place where the South, like I say, you really cannot substitute the rule of law for any other thing else. You cannot.
So how can what would be your suggestion in efforts for them?
That's exactly where I'm going to back.
Wonderful.
That's the gateway I go to back.
Yes.
And let me argue from dusk to dawn, January to December. Not saying that the issue. The issue is we get a fundamental question where they ask yourself: do we see ourselves as a nation of law and order? That's number one. If we do, then we ask the fundamental question. We run. We get this kind of system now where you get people that way they above the law same, or you get some people that way the law stuff will apply to, or and then the other one where they normal works. We just ask that question. If we say no, meaning that everybody is going because the accountability is only
Oh wait.
And this is what we talk about three arms of government, which is good. It is one thing for us to get three arms of government who all know of, a paper, but also we actually want for share in practice.
Absolutely.
For example, I can ask you a question now. With all this crisis when they go on, when actually the parliament as a whole, not start from the Panema Road riots, the riots in Umbo and the other places then. And down to the when has the parliament ever sat and called for hearing and called the people that were in charge of them, the managers that were in charge of their places there? For example, when we get any kind of a problem, whether especially the parliament will call the attorney general, they will call the inspector general of police, they will call the minister of internal affairs. These are the people that were responsible for law and order. You call them up the hill, you grill them. Why are these things happening? What are the things that we're missing now? When are the big shows that we're missing? But you don't. The parliament is as complicit in bad governance and salary, just like the actors and the executive branch.
Yeah. So even
the constitution they not the responsibility, and they say for the last that the supreme body, the parliament supreme past the executive branch. But unfortunately, that they don't create kind of a scenario where the executive branch more powerful past. And the other two branches of government were very wrong. All these are part of the problem before they go through.
Yes, sir.
Until we get co-equal branches of it, and everybody prepare for step up to your responsibility. The parliament step up to the responsibility, the executive step up to the law, and the judiciary step up. Nobody not for go outside, the boundaries of what the law permit you. These are the first they begin. You integrity now not to like me. Believe me, you put the worst possible of. I can give you an example. Richard Nixon. When people Richard Nixon come up power, and the law never come up. The 37th president of the United States, and the law pull up. Yeah. So your integrity in trouble. That might be yes, fine. If I let you get integrity, but the nation not will depend on your integrity. We cannot depend on that.
No, okay. The reference. I think you get me confused. No, okay. Now make it clear, sir. When I've been they refer to integrity. It's talking about when they say we hold them accountable. I say accountability starts with oneself. In other words, if they don't elect me in a sensitive position, not because they depend on me and they rely on me and they hope say I go execute accordingly. So now that's where the integrity come in. So if before we hold somebody accountable, me for the hold myself accountable first, in meaning that I for the trust and the respect where them put for me, I forget that day, like I can always say, you forget the fairness of God and your conscience for live with. You understand? So if before we the hold with president now or parliamentarian them accountable, then for the hold themselves accountable first.
True.
You get me?
Before you go to the collegial, let's take the question. Before you go to, I like the question.
Yes, sir.
Even with all the integrity we go get, April 15 na this country, what you do with all the integrity we get, what you do na this country at April 15? What you do?
April 15 or April 27?
No, April 15 na this country where they so. Every April 15, what you do?
So I want to make it clear because not all man go know, and even me, I lost with April 15.
I don't advance the argument. Say yes, we need integrity, but not we cannot rely on integrity. What do they rely on? Structure the April 15 year. You get integrity, or you don't get integrity, you don't run for go pay your tax. You run for go pay them. Whether you get integrity or not, you go pay your tax. Because this is what the system says. This is what the law says. Nobody know about that. Nobody, if you don't go pay that price, I mean, there are unintended consequences. But you know, going for go pay your tax by April 15.
Oh, yes. Oh, okay. I see what you just say. So, for the one that were then a Republic of Sierra Leone outside of the US, what's in Mr. Kutubu they refer to is that Nayason America, you get a time period where you for do your tax. If you not put on in, then you get penalty where we followed. To the point where some people then can even end up lost, then things then garnished, them funding at the account, or some they even can pay time in jail, God forbid. But that's not a democratic state way well organized and laws them, then they abide by it, right? Sir, that's why I bring the example of we having 3 branches of government, but how effective are those branches is the problem. Obviously they're not. The only one that is effective is the executive. So it's rather unfortunate and it's hard for now we go even say that we hold to a certain extent. How much can a parliamentarian do? When Honorable Tawa, where we commend at this platform, where it stand for the truth, it stand for the truth against all interest or affiliation, but rather for the masses and the interest of Sierra Leone, we think we get spadandi. He was threatened. They even threatened and said they can even pull on a parliament. So all that in an example of me, for me building a case, also I did drive at saying that for now the law did in a Salone one thing, but for now we abide by the law, or for now we leave the one person way for make sure say that law they like I say we put another position wait for say if even it's against me, now we I am a new direction and I want to leave a legacy for say me na the first na Salone we come and change the dynamic from waiting with the normal expectation, let's just say quote unquote. So if you don't say you're in a new direction now, for now I make sure say then law they are so and then they tamper with the judiciary system and then they tamper with the parliamentarians them, then go ahead and do the law. If even they have to subpoena me, I will come in and answer to them. Does it make sense, sir? So it starts from the head, not the tail.
It's true, you're right about that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, for example, for boxers, for wrap up very quickly. Take today, there are certain system that parliament take today, they're not feel about it.
Okay.
There were petitions filed against, government or whatever it is. Take today.
Yes.
All of this, you will expect a society where placed in faith in a rule of law. These are matters that will for be addressed within the confines of the laws. The parliament, wait a minute, why by now they don't call on the chief electoral commissioner for ask her why our constituencies that the places are not filled up. What happened? Because when we know what some of proper democracy now, where certain segment of society remain unrepresented. More talk constituency 110. Take today constituency 110 is not represented. So we don't want to claims to be a democratic society. So you will expect the parliament for all the chief electoral commissioner for ask her what thing happen when it goes here fit for whole election and the constituency. Because you know go there, people in another place, you know go deny them the right of representation. You cannot. They expect to be represented by somebody of their own choice. So these are all. Now let me stand on the threshold. Say a nation where it see itself within the spectrum of the rule of law, where believe in them, where abide, where put in faith in them. You not go find a very difficult, no matter what in the existential dilemma when they go see themselves. They will get answers through the book of law because the answers are there. But if you say no, they invest in the leader, no more, okay, now we go to the presidency, or not letting the president we go continue for remain a banana republic.
Yes.
Everything will be done on the whims, views, and caprices of the leader. Don't make leaders their demigods. Simple as that.
Well stated. Make I acknowledge some of we make before I bring Mr. Masale. I hope saying that they see the face now. I just get to read a complaint say me facing up in the show, and I thank you for looking out. I hope say the show better. Mr. Manso, welcome, sir. Mr. James Fode, welcome, sir. Mr. Miss Kelly, welcome. Mr. Suma, Mr. Abdullah Suma, welcome. Long time. Mr. Jallo, Mr. Papa, and all welcome. So far now the names they see. Miss Gloria Arden, welcome. What else? And I saw you not all that they see. So in Abia me, Mr. Alusain, welcome, sir. The Madam Juliet, thank you. Welcome. We're loyalists around here. Miss Rose, welcome. Miss Rosaline Leah, welcome. Mr. Lawrence, welcome. So I want you to come back in, sir. I know say you said we want to give you on take before we go to the next lyrics. Mr. Masale, welcome back. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, I'm not glad with you because I don't care we go off topic. We don't can have vocabulary
I follow that for patient. That's what's one.
I don't do that for me. Look at me, make a move. No offense to you. I'm just saying I'm here for a specific purpose and it's to discuss.
It's okay. I mean, once in a while you go through it. No patient to self, please.
Tax and what's not.
Yeah.
That's what I have to say on this issue because it's not speaking to
no patient to self, please, Mr. Masale. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
What is the question? We know the tax law that's alone.
Okay, so basically, I mean, actually read the lyrics. The second part of the lyrics where it say the Babati now when they pardon. I play the example of the Babati. I think so. We're done with that actually, so I can move forward now to the next, right? And I'm okay with that, Tim?
Anyway.
Well, I guess Mr. Kutu would not overtake you this time. All right, patient. So, oh man, I tell you. Okay.
To the song, yes, please.
Okay, so the next part of the song is say, all man want make impression, waiting me go say, watch me ba, look way a benki lenki, tomorrow yon, we don't know. Today yon, the teen mona, everybody they wait for the miracle, like hot chorus, na fire. Make we the beer no more, but the teen not funny. Bokupa we not know how governments they run. Una been say, una know, explanation don't become boring. It make a wants for sleep. We the beer no more, but tea not funny. So what thing I think about that side? Mr. Masale, you come in because Mr. Kutubu me don't talk. Then I go bring himself in. So what I just read basically they say the boku explanation non boku waiting them say before they come when them they outside and say how you call them then they can do better in lack of better term, but obviously all man they wait for miracle. So what's in your take on that, sir? Do you agree on them stuff? It's a thing not funny basically. In other words, thing not easy.
Well, I mean, somebody always says that you know we have to go into them in terms of, for example, today on the team monarch. I mean, we all know what they mean.
Yeah.
But if you look, what I say, but when the explanation don't become boring, it can make a one for sleep. This how I guess it's how I read what he's saying there, based on the deeper meaning. Now for say, you don't say these governments all the time they only give explanation or they say. The APC opposition, they make them rule. The opposition, they give them a chance for govern. So, from me reading MRC, what I see at that line there, I say they don't explain, they don't bore to win ourselves. Also, they give excuse for saying that this opposition, or some kind of excuse. Even if it's outside of the opposition, always have an excuse or reason, they think, to explain away things. And I think that's what he's speaking to here.
Okay. So, Mr. Kutubu, you agree with what they say? Say like the explanation don't boring. They making people then basically feel bored and want sleep. Una hear you, sir.
But are not too, sold to it. I mean, some are look a bit ambivalent. I'm caught in the middle. You see, wives are not go entirely say no, but at the same time, not go wholeheartedly kind of embrace her. So I'm like in the middle.
Okay, no problem.
What you gonna embrace?
Okay.
Well, no. In other words, what I try for talk is, I'm actually torn between trying for credence to waiting the artist, say, but at the same time again, I still forget some reservations. Remember who earlier on, if I me lay me on case out there anyway, that me even take exception to the fact of being, lumped in a category. Because me try for say, well, look, I'm not part of the waiting go on at the place. I've never been part of it. So I don't see how me will come for be held accountable for this. How we will be formed the part of the coconut head, syndrome. How would I be part of this? So the part of what we go on. Leo contention was that the man for actually hold down the people them way at the corner, care the thing that they don't want. Tell them say, oh man, these are the things you guys are doing. For example, if you recall a BB talk about the I talk about you get a place where can you case code it will take forever for them to talk case and then. So these are all part of the thing the way the bad governance with the trouble or the people who could not hear but it not is specificity. This is why I continue for argue say the thing has to be specific as opposed to be broadly based.
Okay. So
the way me look at it.
Okay, wonderful. Now go to the next line. Now like frustration, they claim the mountain. All man pack tormenting from one street to the next thing. Can make man them colomenting. That man then they come. That man then they go. Man then they go. Man then they come. The people then life now same. So we not get for tire for complain. Although then don't begin say we gladdy. If not joke, then they joke basically say with a grumble because you bell fool and not funny. Una not play with an angry man. An angry man is an angry man. Now the same boy, now him talk say in 6 months he they fix the economy. Let it see no more. Now the same man come back and give we back talk. Una been say una get all the solution, but we not understand any longer. Una been say una get things and waiting. And I been saying I get things and advance something. We all okay. We all the book them. We na been the talk say ready for the dance. I remember the talk where the pa bint the talk say only the fish na big finance. We all today then we go make we live like family. So basically the word we use colomenting. So basically like obviously waiting people then they go through with the economy, they make like then they go crazy. It say people then they say like something like for say them belful or something like that. But obviously now like then they kind of like mock the hungry the poor people them. A hungry man is a hungry man. If not play then they play, they know talk down they blah blah blah. So what's in I think but then line then they and then he also make the reference say if we don't talk say it go fix the economy within 6 months, but obviously that's not the case. So what's in your take on that, Mr. Kutubu, before I mean Mr. Masale?
Well, it's very simple.
Yeah.
Remember what we start earlier on, I told you elections have consequences, not so?
Yes, sir.
What you always said people then, you don't need, you see, that's where they call ballot paper is to pass the Nagasaki bomb or the way they drop now Hiroshima. Trust me, a more powerful person. Because that then they decide you fit. That ballot paper when they need. Then they decide you fit. Elections will have consequences. When you make all them grandiose promises there, what do they do? We take the pencil and we we paper, we put our down. We tell people with mark up. When 10 weeks, well, that's what they tell we. So, but what we do? We don't see a move. And you know, can be say, you know, my way, we don't trust you because you want nominating. Naturally, we tell we go. So, what you do now? We don't turn this. We don't let our corner. We'll go with if we paper then done. And the judgment that's what they pass by you. That the thing that we tell say we will do them for we, you don't do them. So now, that maybe like I tell you, I'm glad we don't win this. Ultimately are opposed to violence and demonstration and anything. Everyone are question the right step. It's very simple. For example, now November 9, regardless of what we know they happen now, Mr. Trump is going to know whether in fact whether in the about the laws of America or whether the people in America or not, you will know by waiting there for happen when they go in that paper. So with that paper is very important. That paper they says everything when they go in that ballot paper and in they decide. Because you know can't last minute that can't say, we know, let's say so when no, it's too late because I'm not saying that person don't get no credibility. So I don't continue for invest in you anymore. I cast my net wide. I look for somebody where I feel say go, feel say together, you talk something and grab. So all of they tell the man, what they remind we of our economy. In the time for us, do you have when a child come or make decision on the governors, una not forget to these are the things that when I get for beginning, una take a stock. And look, remember what let me tell you, we'll get water, we'll get electricity, we'll get this, we'll get this, we'll get that, we'll get it. Oh, turn around, we'll not see that. Now make you say, now they say a hungry man is an angry man. Because when you hungry, you angry and you can do anything. So that's the way I'm looking at it.
Wonderful.
Let us take stock.
Sorry, sir, we get a call in, then I will bring you right back in.
Yes,
Salone for yes, sir. Salone for All, Voice for All Network Television. Kindly identify yourself. Who's the call from?
Yeah, this is Zainab Mansari calling from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Welcome, madam.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam.
Yeah.
I know so you don't listen to we. Now
I know.
We post them. Yeah, what's in you take, madam? Go ahead, land.
Yeah, my take is short because I'm heading to go to work.
Okay.
Do me take is like we are Sierra Leone diaspora. They think say the analysis what they put for the small thing where they put for embassy is like it disappoints we the Northerners there. It disappoints the Sierra Leoneans there. We don't understand. I know they blame, waiting they go on at Salone, I know they blame Sierra Leoneans there. They say they not come out with people they will not come out. And they blame the diaspora. It's waiting with the do naya. Waiting with the contribute naya. The lawless na Salone. We they get them from then they get them from we for set a bright example. Like Emerson, so we contribute for Lake Canada one time. And other than APC. Now them play and come. Like me so, they been give me one old project for bring Sierra Leone artists there. Let them because we get one channel now. All cultures. Then they bring their music, then they go. I can't see Salone musicians there. Now like what you mean called Lebele, not only Lebele, then now flip flop. We not able to get a stagnant, but we are there now. Now before set a bright example. What you would they do now? What you would they undertake? But we say somebody now we they lie. That makes Sierra Leonean the one that they cry every day. Let Kutubu not tell me now we overcome by God's grace. Democracy they go Salone. By God's grace, we they abolish the archaic of politics. We know they go for politics again. We dey go for develop our country. Other countries they come on other make for. Then come. Look like India. Then they work na. Then they make for them come. Then they lobby. That's why they blame them. Then they lobby the other countries there around Europe, around Africa. Then they can't lobby. We na cry no more. We take $1, we send for $10. We dey cry sheba for waiting for. We do bias for another day. We dey blame we say. Now we sell our country. Now we sell our country. So we poor people. Oh God.
Sorry.
God, give it. Put me through. We have nowhere to go. Even if you be a citizen, you get all rights, all privileges. We are the ask in your place of birth. But that's why we don't take our country. The one that now say them go for our country, look the way they betray we. Now grudge them go with selfish, greed, corruption. We are Sierra Leone go. We are a wealth country. I'm proud. Kutubu, we not say too much. I don't care.
It's okay.
That country there, I'm telling you, we know they go again for politics. We are going out Sierra Leone to develop and bring unity. There is no peace without development. There is no development without peace. MIC disappoints us. We are coconut head. Okay. Now, a good thing, the coconut head, you get water, and that water, they need they turn back, now they can drink. That water is very important. Coconut is very important. You know how much one coconut now? Usade? $5. So, it's very important. We are coconut head. But let me tell you, we dignify the coconut head. Now, that's how they get no more. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
But anyone will contribute for destroy that country, they, both physical, mentally. The kill the they allow you the diaspora look where America then fight. I mean where they kill one person, the whole world. Then look, let me take the example. Lebanon.
Okay.
We now all organization they ask us for Ibib. If you check the amount, go statistics, you check the amount. The people, the way they kill, Lebanon. And the people, the way they don't kill within this madman regime, they go with brilliance. Una pikamba. What in the international, they go. We na the country no more alone. They say they give no government money. Then they give to Red Cross or organizations there for let them build their country. Look, over $2 million. Minus than the small one. But we, Sierra Leone, we know they see. We know they see. We then eat where to man kaka. And they say so.
Okay.
Oh, we know they make proud of not saying the truth. Me, they work with the doctor. When you see the doctor make for before they do report, I need for give everything. And then expose. But as far as they una let the bongo business, una go develop una country.
Thank you.
Nobody know the developer to
Yeah, thank you so much, madam. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and sorry for the wait. I know say we all passionate about we country, but no take it easy. Yeah? Now we just continue for use of voice and see how we go. It can be very emotional for many of we, but now we just continue for take it easy. Yeah. I know say Mr. Masale, Mr. Kutubi, if you don't done, sir. Let Mr. Masale. Yeah. Okay, thank you, sir. Mr. Masale, come in, sir. Yeah, he said put your own take on that part of the lyrics before I go to the next.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Well, the kind you see no more. I mean, frustration, all man torment from one stress to the other one. Yeah. They talk about colomenting. I mean, if colomenting probably now for say, you get colonial mentality. Oh. So if you coloment, I guess it means say you aspire or you wish say things basically under the colonial era. I don't know. Yeah. But it's specific now. So, but let's the way they talk about when I've been saying when I get all the solution. when I've been saying when they do this, when I've been saying when I get mental advance, all them things that's what they talk about, waiting the party, SLPP administration or Bureau administration with the campaign on.
Okay.
So now they are here today, you know.
Yeah. So
what
now,
they see? It said, you know, even doing the last line for that because I'm familiar with the song.
It's so many.
I don't jump at this song for the last 2 days, 3
No,
days.
no, and they go line by line, sir. And they go line by line. So I know, so we don't done with that. Then now they go to the next one.
Listen to me. You don't go line by line because you miss one line. That's you line we miss. Where the rest one are the plants.
Now then they go for next, sir. Now then the next, sir. I know which day it's. Now the next line then they.
It will only all come together and stanza.
No. I did put on small because the song too long.
It's okay.
When I read that, you come back to that.
I want
where
to
the rest way they
so
plan.
we can also discuss this song. Yeah, I don't want us to be going on, you know, away from it. Kutubu is actually we will discuss this song. I don't want to know when get in the Kutubu. I don't want to know when get. When they discuss this song, and then they talk about the song no more. But they can always say, you know, to coconut head. But Kutubu back again. We don't refer to it. Just not say we na banana republic. So we na banana heads. I ask you, Mr. Kutubu.
No. My argument was that once we know they do things properly, we not believe in the rule of law, we not believe in anything. Like happen. If we not believe
okay, now come back in now. Now do the next line. Where the rest way una they plan. The seed no or the plants. The seed no they grow. Na shitaban. I don't know what you mean by that. Una no.
Shataban.
Oh, shataban. Okay. Una not tell we. Okay. Una not tell we, but una degree. Una show we if una sabi. Facility no dey na hospital. Things then they are pa we. Una for enough. Una not tell we, but una degree. Una show we again is repeat them. If una sabi. The economy still, excuse me, language, shitty. Life for the sitting, excuse me, language, shitty. Una, something education make una pikin then taste am. How long una go dey pa talk, they talk no more, una they talk. So basically, it asks about the rest where they talk about, it say if them don't plant this rest, if it they grow, obviously, we're not see the rest, something like that. It also talk about it say, well, obviously, life for the citizen, excuse me, language, shitty, and then it talk about the hospital in condition. Then it also talk about the free education, I guess now they refer to. So if obviously the education good, why not go make them picking them benefit from the education? But like how Mr. Masale say, Mr. Kutuba, one way you come in, sir, now you kind of like give your own take on those specific lines. Mr. Masale, you want come before Mr. Kutuba, or you want give the chance for them?
Yes, that come before.
Okay, sir.
Mr. Kutubu.
Now, patience, so Mr. Kutubu, they laugh.
I'm a man.
It's just okay, like so, me. He got to go around first before he land. Come in, sir.
Let me tell you, for me, what you just read, so
yes, sir.
The biggest thing I think say this and that the word we don't pronounce it. We say if na quality education,
yes,
make na beginning can taste out.
Right.
And the way I must in the sing, I mean the way I talk about the song, it was really interesting the way he said it.
Yeah.
So yes, we talk about quality education. Well, who's minister beginning a government school for this quality education? Let them show we back.
Yeah.
And the reality, Randy, you're not going to be minister, again, good director of wherever, of mines or information. This quality education, Minister of Education, this is beginning to go. Dr. David Senge, my man. Our school is beginning to go, a government school. That's the point. So, yeah, I mean, at the issue, they also talk about facility in the hospital. This during this COVID period, when we watch the ambulance them, even the person in a car van, like that size of the pack luggage, ambulance. I see 1 or 2 for this COVID experience. Now you will say, okay, the period government can buy ambulance. No, what happened to them? And then pull all the things and got out. Okay, we on this side government 2 years. We don't get one ambulance, one ambulance. When they work, anyway. They don't carry on. But at the point that issue that they make on the lyrics. And then it also talks, it's another important one. I don't know if you don't reach Paniswa also. We know Sabusa in the top.
We not reach it, so we not reach it. I got you, sir. I got you.
Now.
Yes, sir.
Quality education.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you so much.
Well, but I want to say one more thing. What important?
No problem, sir.
I want to say one more quick thing, miss.
Yes,
Wait,
sir.
talk say. We not tell you about una degree. We not show you what una sabi.
Yes.
So basically, we don't count with them boku PhD diaspora. They don't speak. Say we don't tire. We not show it over.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Mr. Kutubukan's kind, sir.
Yeah,
So
well,
now go direct to the
point.
points.
Talk again.
Yes, sir.
And go back to what you say. Let's invest in infrastructure. Let's get them things where go the club. For example, he asked the question where the ambulance. All of the tiers so na wait for don. You know the pass on that kind governance. All I know begin the buy. No. These are long-term investment that we need again for invest in infrastructure, system, and things where they carry the country go before. We cannot be using it here as political tools. We cannot be using them. And hospital facilities are not political tools. Educational facilities are not political tools. These are things that way, now part and parcel of the of the country, very integral to the country in progress. That's here for them. I mean, they say, now invest in that here, so no invest in the leaders then or in the political parties then. No invest things that we will carry the country go before. You know, like when the matter about where the ambulance system. If we get emergencies by now, I mean, we forget a situation with the 911, the ambulance and the fire are they gonna devoted? You ask Salone, I mean, the future, a whole capital, almost fire first day. Almost fire first day. More associated something happen at Eastern Yanda. Who said people that will be in there from West and say they go Yanda? By now, if you don't get a system where almost every area is a day, they will call in also, they call in a PG County also, Arena in Bladensburg, they get a whole fire station. These are the things that they send the MPs to the parliament, they send in. Then they make sure we get things that where they help the citizens and go before. But these things are not happening. They ask, why do we have all them people answer? Why the citizens they pay now? What are they paying you guys for?
Wonderful.
Promises and promises.
Yes, sir. The next line is say, if not to ordinary talk by now, man then now they shop. Man then for the shop, sorry. How man them still they get work? Na by who that then deliver or na by party picking. Man then way sabi make ground so. Now then they get work bar or they or the par in paddy them. The kind way man then they handle things, then say a lot. See if the workers then they strike, then oh sorry, call me they come in. Sorry, I go get back to that caller. Sorry, the kind way man then they handle things, then say a lot. See the workers then they strike, then they hold them money, they not once pay them. Tell me if una go lek, if na una then they do so. So now we'll talk about that. They talk about the workers then, what they pay them. Then it say like basically if people then they get the position by merit or demerit, or basically if like obviously na if na then na the part in party then that way then they give them rather than the one that were really qualified. Now that way they may go interpret them. Then basically it say you know they put themselves in the position of the workers them where they on strike. If then they work, then they pay them how they go feel. So Mr. Masale come inside with that one.
So I mean, basically, this is something where I guess they can call them cronyism at the English word, but they can say or nepotism. I don't know which is which, but this is something ongoing in our country. Even the previous administration, same thing. I mean, we can go far back. It's good for to have some of your people come along with you because there's a trust factor for certain position. Yeah, even now where they change government, Trump county administration, people, for example, and go for some people and go with counting people. But there has to be a balance. In other words, one of the things that you shouldn't do is to, like you say, put square pegs in round holes or vice versa. Some people in their way clearly they're not fit for position, but then they get them. Whilst people that will qualify, not get them position, and because of whosoever then stand, whether they're not party picking or not, or if you're not the buying body. So I guess that's what he's saying. But for me, that's the thing that it's been ongoing. It crosses across both parties, major parties in our country, APC, SLPP, and yeah, that issue we'll deal with.
Thank you. Would they get a call? Thank you. Salone for All, Voice for All, Network Television. Kindly identify yourself and who side you call from. Welcome. Oh, when I hear you, sir. Oh, not at all. Hold on. Yes, speak louder, sir. We need to hear you.
Hello?
We still need to hear you. Okay, make we hang up and I call back you, sir. Yeah? No, sorry about that.
Because nobody watching for people when they call past we you guess them. The one who they call and everybody waits. I like to when the main guest they can't continue for call. True.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Identify yourself, sir. This where you call from. Hello? Okay. I'm not gonna get background noise. Okay. I'm sure say go call back. Okay, so we don't know it's that one. They now go to the next one. It don't say we then one bluff per the money, then go buy motorcar. You read them. From what I know, the government purchased 30 brand new SUV. Okay, you read the other one. No, those vehicles were not brand new SUV. All 30 of them. Okay, you read the other one back. Only 4 SUV for this regional coordinators. Okay, una yeri this one bar. There are no SUV. We call them Toyota Prados. Well, now the Muku them boss, then one then why come by packets. So what's in I will take on that?
Yeah. I will go first. Or Kutubu one go first. Try this. What is it?
Say try this.
Kutubu, if you see the call, I will be Kutubu.
Okay, now sorry, sir. Another call don't come again. Kindly identify yourselves, please. Oh my God, we can't hear you. Hey God. For somebody, hold on 1 second. Kindly identify yourself.
Hello, can you hear me?
No, not at all. Okay, now try you back again. Oh my God. All right, good. We'll hear you now. Go ahead.
Una hear me now?
Yeah, you still there far. Wait till I see if I go put the speaker
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Hold on, let's see if we go put the speaker on. Hold on. Successful. Okay, go ahead. Now we'll see if we hear you, sir. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, very faint. In the area.
It was better before you did what you just did.
Okay. And now just hold on. And I saw you. Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
You still there far, but go ahead. I think then they hear you.
Okay.
In the area, because in the area. Okay, go ahead. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir, for the parts of this program.
In the area?
I get what? Okay. I get problem with 2 lines.
Oh God!
And the problem what I get with 2.
Wait.
With the area.
Okay.
You say get problem with 2 lines.
Okay, good. Okay. Well then I guess not me. I just want to make sure. Okay. Sorry, sir. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
They said that they hear you. Go ahead. You sound very low, but then they hear you.
Okay. I get problem with 2 lines. Confused.com and PlayStation Generation.
Okay, we'll not get today yet. You know we wait small, now we get today.
No, I want to talk for this before they get.
Okay.
When they get. Yeah. You understand me? And I see a person where I don't follow. I don't Canon Street. And bodyguard, they write my Canon Street. And I remember where MRC get the problem with somebody for a laptop where he's making get use. That's it, they bring a round for her, going to court. Bodyguard, fans, and everybody stand by MRC. They stand by him. Because what he do, they take and say, the Bobo, most of the go to police and reports. How that issue be solved? How that issue be solved? The issue solved by the T-shirt and bodyguard family go and pay upfront. Because you get something where you did do. You get something where God don't bless you. This is the problem of our Sierra Leoneans. You go there, you they suffer when things good for you. Nine can tell, nine can always dance to vida in music. They say, you may God bless. Now you sabi say you don't feel capital. But they can't tell me say the youth of Sierra Leone in a confused.com. You understand me? That's insulting first of all to us. You don't need to do that to us, MRC. We, especially in Western area, produce strong, and they talk personally of what they know, and they talk about other people they know, and they talk about produce strong. Let's shine the Gobson, Peter, the people, everybody in our bodyguard. We know the support where everybody give you. You understand me? Even when you get problem, they fix because what you do, the then administration, they want let it go out of the thing out of the question. But people stand by you, tell you go court, then pay up front for you. No one can get that money there. Think back. You understand me? Nobody know they want to offer a job. I say you don't no want. You never offer me car wash. Tell me go work in a car wash. On a young developmental project where you carry it. Or say I have to work in a car wash. This is not done. Sierra Leoneans, just like Mr. Kutubi, they say, we got to stop hypocrisy. Now, person where I can follow so much and I admire them so much, I must tell them that this forum. But what they say, that person, it gets even close way where it's inside 2 days in talker. Say it. And the tower of woman where I make our one Mr. Kutubi from the time from first lady. He said, you want the right for something you talk to. Right. So if you ain't asking, they can't tell me say we have PlayStation. Okay. We go show you how PlayStation they do. We don't really say we all have coconut. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank
you, sir.
All right, sir. Thank you. All right. So now, as we go, we will come to that one day, obviously. So what's how we left off is even they talk about the brand new Toyota, them with them, how you call them, with them buy. So I think you've been there on right. So the caller coming,
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That caller we can support Kutubu now that in 2 days. Right. So I was talking about you just described the SUV situation. It's now one of the greatest display of confused.com. I hope that caller will just call you because here we have government officials going all over the place with regard to some products that we buy. Me personally, I feel say they vehicle and they yes, they buy under COVID, but obviously they not be need them for COVID. And based on my own speculation, I think I'm looking at they use for election during the campaign because I mean this is what they do. Governments, if the other administration for me they probably try to capitalize on the same thing. Use them vehicles there under the auspices of COVID. The last time I see them yesterday actually, they get that goods and they load COVID, they say the goods and get COVID. So anyway, the 4 different lines the way it shows. So one person they say this one they say this one come back and say this one come back and say SUV, they don't get SUV though. What you don't get na Prado. But you not talk the part where the boss yell and say, oh, you talk at president side.
Yes, yes.
To me, the greatest, where the whole person accountable, the best way for do them, now for use the whole words the way they say. Yeah? So there was the way government representatives and say, what of them were ministers and deputy ministers, all confused. It just shows. And again, this is one example where they talk, say, this song Yahweh must do so. The greatest ever when it comes to holding people accountable, governments accountable. And that's just one example. But there's a better one, which we'll point to when you get to it. I pass it on to Mr. Kutubu.
Yes, sir, Mr. Kutubu. So now we talk specifically for that line day regarding the statements that we make for that line day. What's in our own take?
Again, first law rush up and tell us say these are one of the teenagers who enjoy the right of free speech. Yeah. And let God make that continue for on the right to democracy. Because no, we talk about democracy for now, get right for express opinions, comments, even if we disagree with them. I mean, how that they help in the debate. So in that light, for be very honest with you and for be fair to them, I think say I go want and align myself with the opinion we express. It's all a part of the real contribution is all they make. But try for change the trajectory of governance of the country. Because we all believe say the country is wrong-headed. So we God give you the opportunity for the country on them platform they are so. Now your job that for point out that with honest convictions and let the people they know. Because when people they fail for realize, not pray for let a country fail. Say because let a party fail. When the party fail, remember the party they run the affairs of the country. We necessarily all might not try for join the party. But what should they do from outside? Now your job that for call the issues as we see them. We call it because when they succeed, we all as a nation will succeed. When they fail, they don't just say, oh, APC fail or SFP fail. They say, well, Salone is fail society. So you go find a very hard for go behave. So no. Not to Salone that now the party where we did it. They say, no, the party is a part of the country. So now the country that fail. So for now avoiding kind of a thing and then unnecessary, argument, distraction, let we begin to use the really opportunity to get sooner for honestly and openly point out and say to the people like, for example, Mr. Sebi don't raise this question of this SUV thing for fight corona. So I wonder how SUV and how we need SUV but to carry for fight corona. What will happen to medical ambulance system? I mean, we need why we need SUV vans. So I was not convinced that the right thing and what to be saying, no, we need medical advancement. For example, almost offline people that get masked, no. And even the workers and they get blood cells, they get the things enough facilities. But if you get the pop-up medical worker, they will get it. They go to get it. So sometimes we don't job now for the call out. They wrong priority the way they get a wrong emphasis before they call them out and say, oh no, in economics, so I don't know an economic student, but there's a popular way they say opportunity cost, meaning that certain thing they go wait first, then we bring certain thing forward, when then we aid and we advancement. So I want to come back to you there.
Thank you, sir. I think say Mr. Masale give brilliant point where it be say I not even think it make a click to what they say. So obviously then they think about maybe the 2023 wherein they go use their vehicle there so for their own selfish interest rather than the interest of the masses. It make a lot of sense.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, well, we get for resist. Now we get for resist.
Yes,
exactly
it's sad.
Where the willpower comes in.
But then in a great
point.
point.
The coach today, what they take his stock at waiting, we don't promise.
Yeah.
What you deliver. Based on that, we will able to decide if we will give another mandate or not. I mean,
Yeah.
this is where the power of the people they come in.
Absolutely. It's rather unfortunate, but it's true because if they fight COVID and the funding come, it's supposed for be transportation way go accommodate the patients them
Yeah,
from one point,
the
one
government
point to
should
another, right? Not SUV, what's in that they
why
go
not give
benefits.
motor car then? That's for the people they not want for the joyride, they go pay,
Absolutely.
you know.
I
Auto
agree.
joyride.
Question now.
Auto for joyride.
So now say the next line is say you cannot give what you don't have. If you are not, you are not. COVID patient then disgruntled then because then lego them na dirty quarantine. Nobody no care. Then just go lego them so na dirty quarantine. Now the munku then boss then wire come by packets. Who that na the munku boy where one come and then they by party something like that. This muku by just the people they take people they land something like fiti fata. Done the police them and the OSD them just they harass people them unlawfully. Oh, that's not the muku boy where they go up and down they misbehave. Oh, that's not the muku boy. He meets bridge and add party name. Yeah, no, stop right there. So basically, it give reference to some series of ministers them where obviously they fall in that category. Then it talk about again the medical center for the or the isolation place where they put the sick people them the COVID patients there or the one that where they under quarantine where it make reference say and we don't see them video then they circulate various social media platform where then the complaints say they neglect them, no good food, no nothing, the place them dirty. So I want you come back in, Mr. Masali, on that one. Do you want to answer that? Yes, sir.
Now, in that sentence, and the way you read so, that they, in my own opinion, you get the greatest sentence where Emerson don't ever say to a sitting government. Also, he say, you cannot give what you don't have. If you are not, you are not. Yeah, that's a strong statement in terms of accountability. So what I get from that is that he's doubting whether these governments been capable of toting we load. Now anyone may say power that song elephant aid, that heavy load. So in this sentence alone, I can challenge anybody. We'll go look at any song before this and find a sentence way greater in terms of accountability. Again, you look at sentence and you don't make like nothing because you cannot give what you don't have. I mean, there's no emphasis on it. If you are not, you are not. But it is loaded, that sentence. And simply put, it is say, unable to give what you ancestors get. How are we able? That's what he's saying. It's a challenge to the government, an open one. And then he talk about the COVID people, they're all mine. For me, if that one sentence more are interested in for which you read so you know.
Wonderful. Thank you, sir. Mr. Kutubu, you want to add to that, sir? What do you think about them lines?
Thinking on the thing, say you cannot give which you know, which is really very true because if you don't get what you get for you get forgetful before you get. So if you don't get what you get for, but for amplify on this, one of the things we regretfully discover about this government, the bureaucracy too large, too much. It is so much that we spend inordinate amounts of money just paying salaries. Now this now don't look and certain thing they be again, for example, why do we need a ministry of sports? Why do we need a ministry of youth? Why we need that kind of thing? Certainly, don't be very honest. Almost sports we actually the chicken aside. Almost sports. Where me and you now know waiting at the sport even at collegiate level now, just at the college levels. Look the sports where they take place and you want to look the amount of stadium they will get. Salone National Studio that they gonna. So that was so when they actually spot them, what did they do? Because sometimes you get for scenario you say they tell the we talk about cost analysis, where the benefits, what you but you get a whole ministry, you get all the stuff the way they did, but we don't get that. See that all part of the thing the way we now we need for the go active. We don't need them overlapping. Minister of Food, Minister of Food Security, Minister of Agriculture. What are the difference between agriculture and food security? And all of the things.
Yeah. So you look and say a waste of funding where that can be placed to another area needed.
Of the problem.
Yeah.
And because now they see productivity there, we they see an expanded bureaucracy, but we know productivity.
Yeah. So
problem again.
Now go to the next. It seems like Mr. Masale. Okay, sir. Until you don't done, eh?
No, I'm not doing it. No. Very quickly.
No, one second. Mr. Kutubu, you don't done, sir?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Okay, I want to go to the next. Then Mr. Masale can come in now and add to that. Is that okay? Or you want? Okay, well, finish. And then you know, lost your thoughts, bye. Then you go next.
I don't know how to name them. With the talk about. Kutubu has to come one back. This is what we think, right? Yeah. To be understanding of what is happening in our country.
Yeah.
The Munku boy. We go and come them area them by party. At least the Megawan village now a graft, you know they want to go call Pauper, right?
Okay, yes.
So we know about that Munku boy over the but nine and the talk about.
Yes.
Is that the same Munku boy? Huh?
Yes, I believe so. Okay, yes. You see, they make me think.
It's like the same Munku boy where they take people they land and 50 fata.
Yeah.
And then the minister there is Sandy. So Mr.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's about another Munku where they work with gun, they misbehave. Then they don't tell me see they misbehave. Well, I think that the deputy minister Lawrence Liman. That's me read that.
Yeah.
Yes. What else left? We don't do them. So the one meet bridge. That's like the other one. Other Munku meet. Who that meets the bridge? I don't remember that name. The minister of works or the same Dennis. I don't know. But he's in a Munku.
Yeah. All right, wonderful. So now the next line say, waiting the part they do, power lock am na putmantul. Waiting do the soldier man, the one where the police them, the one where the people them vote for, where the discipline talk for the government, motorcar, then after hours, where the discipline talk, man then don't begin go walk any hour. Where the discipline talk, some man know they do in work, something like that. Just they eat money, no more. Where the discipline talk, then just they build no more. Now all then they do something like that. So basically, now come back in on that one, Mr. Masale, come on in.
That's single party for you.
Yes.
That's what it sounds like. With the discipline talk, with the government motorcar them after hours.
Yes.
With the discipline talk, man, they don't begin to go work any hour.
Yeah.
With the discipline talk, so man, they did anyway.
Exactly. That's why they big.
Yeah.
So what's in that you
basically what he's saying, but I want to Kutubu go for us. Who said I talk about the pipe put man to we are lucky pipe but my Kutubu go for us to me now.
Mr. Kutubu, come on in, sir.
This will be a discussion between me and you.
Well, let we look at this area of discipline, especially in the context of workers. Remember, one time President Bill come with something. One day, now you don't go to office. Unexpectedly, like that, the people that they emit a lot of things that really out of context. Later, give people that we supposed to then they okay place the they for then they okay. We really expect there going to be a follow-up where you don't see that kind of horrendous or unacceptable conduct on the part of workers them where una name they on the payroll, but una know they go, una know they know una place, una know they go. Whatever happens, I will credit Justice because we see Justice Smith 1967. This thing where the Bureau do so. In fact, Justice Smith on the I can tell anybody, discipline, especially in the area of punctuality, how you do your work, less of tribalism in the country. We see another Justice Smith. The then government forms when they ask you, if I image you say they remove that in the which tribe you belong to, They don't want to see that in it. All they want to see that you are Sardinian or not. That's all. Because this is one way this will get for eliminating fear. So this too much this tribal business here, we are the color, which tribe you belong to. No. Because once you don't put an you don't begin to encourage, that thing in it. So me believe say the president therefore take some leadership now. And the question, how does the president take a leadership in a country? It has to be seen, it has to be robust, and it has to be hard from. In this area, I'm going to be very honest, President Bio, if I get a grade here, I will fail him. I don't get a passing grade. Because he seldom sing. In fact, the only reason I'm saying the president is the country that the Ebola, that the coronavirus, that on ground now. Or other than that, you might have, for don't just go up and up and up and up. And President Bio, for understanding, he was not elected as an international diplomat or international leader for Africa. He was elected for the sovereign nation of Salone. Whether they say no will come out to, but there are certain things that they, especially in this area where they find out, there are certain things that they be done by without what they call telephone diplomacy. So you would end at Salone, so the president will just ask the Salone High Commissioner in Nigeria, say, no, I mean, I want to make arrangements with the foreign ministry and Charlie administration. That talk to President Buhari. You don't necessarily get for God for go meet President Buhari. Yeah, once on a while of that. But there are a lot of things the way you do over the telephone. Other than every minute you are out of the country, you are out of the country. That or video conference. A lot of problems with that also. Because you ask the fundamental question, with all that there, waiting the citizens they don't get out of this. Waiting at the dividend, waiting they don't get out of this. You don't. We cannot rely on promises. Oh well, and then Nigeria will get for can do this. China will get for can do. Okay, we don't get. Now one for the DC and results, tangible results. And one thing about governance, we did it. You get a time period. What do the people that they look out for now? Results that they look for. They don't look for excuses anymore. Say well or promises them. They go say well we don't hear this. So we need for see if people personally show me the philosophy, show me the evidence. So that side again, the president I think he need for wake up to reality that three things you need for step up for do. One, he has to be seen, he has to be robust, and he has to be hardful. They need for the one way of the leader because he as the leader now they set the national agenda. But if you know it from him, people will say, well, the man he doesn't care. They will accuse him of being very lackadaisical or being very insensitive. So these are some of the areas you know the president need for wake up. And they can say, maybe they forget a grade, I will fail again that because in all three of the area I really find out one thing. You know, being accessible to the citizens, talking to the citizens. You can talk to the citizens through holding a press conference. You can do that. All you need for do, I mean, you press secretary, some of the press that state housing. You are talking to the citizens through the press. You see, you don't necessarily get for go from town to town. So you don't have to do that. But if you still talk to the citizens, they will hear you. You answer questions. In other words, make yourself accessible or available to the citizens. You know, because when in the campaign, you spend a lot of time going from place to place, town to town, and whatever it is. Do the same thing again. Begin go there. These people, you needed their votes. When you need a vote, they are friends. They cannot be foes now. You cannot look at them as if they are foes. You don't have to go to their place. They feel threatened. So these are the things that the advisors them around the president for the tell next year. But no, whether they are telling him also next year or they favor all man. Just the Chinabamo when he feel much at talk something, he salutes them, he go, then there's no a counter explanation. We don't know. But the president need for step up, he need for wake up reality.
Yeah, thank you, sir. We'll just get another call. Salone for All, Voice for All, Network Television. Kindly identify yourself, please.
I'm Lawrence Fox.
Welcome, Mr. Lawrence. Which side you call from? For the one that will not know you.
In London at the East Salone.
Welcome. East Salone. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Go ahead and learn to the topic. The song
Yeah,
so long.
for me first, Emerson is someone with the salt because there are a lot of ingredients and they will. For me, if I don't analyze Emerson, I don't look at like I say a legend. But for me, you know what the salt for like a legend. And I put on stage to the point. Because Emerson the take thing and the face value. No can tell me about Salone 59 years. Which will attend you because 59 years we get government, successive governments where they don't do any part. But then look at the democratic platter. Criticize my the way they continue for kill. Because they're killing our for this one. They're killing people. In reality, they're sacking people illegally. In reality, tribalism is going on. In reality. What else? I know say talk about the inflation and to a table like then you talk about tourism attack tourism and Salone. You talk about the killing, tourism and the Salone. You talk about waiting again, confused with it, 1 year confused with it, tourism in the Salone. It takes 2 years and it go to 3 years for them to begin for sing. To me, it's not important to me. That's what I mean. So when they talk to for me, I just would do a time to put that. You know, it's not what significance to us. You know, get that value. You know what the sort of need. You know, they can't begin to tell government for try. No, and everybody tell other government for try. Not that Emerson the Misabi. Emerson the Misabi now. The blast successive government. And they put it at a great value at the government. You can begin to work 59 years. And 59 years they criticize you. We're talking about all the plan, this and that. I can't see them. No. It doesn't make sense. You don't get the value. It's value again. So for me, you know what the value, you know what the salt.
Thank you so much. And I will also talk about Yon and Mr. Rashid Ayon as well. Mr. Arun Rashid Ayon comments. We'll get to that topic then. Come back in, sir, and I want you add to that from what's in the caller say. I don't know if you want to address that or we'll get to that. So we'll get.
No, I mean, I would like to address that quickly.
Yeah, okay, good. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Of course, everybody is entitled to a sing or not sing. But not anybody they pay them. We don't want for them sing, they go pay them back. Let's sing for them.
Yeah. All right, thank you, sir. So now we'll get back to track. So Usa will be left off. I think so we don't address the the last topic, the last one we will be just to do. Now the next line say the mommy say back na mob justice day.
No. I'm sorry. We're not done with this talking.
So you want okay, go ahead then. When I make a bring you the table, go ahead, sir. Go ahead, please.
You don't talk to we give opportunity to talk like the afraid because like you don't talk say this na cocoa business. I don't ask you. Make you explain what they mean by the lock the pipe power that puts man to. You know, and I specifically ask Kutubu. They address that for me, but
yeah.
This is a discussion.
You never be Kutubu, they laugh.
Any man don't balance the talk. You don't talk Goku. They address this situation now.
You said that
the pipe power that puts man to.
Mr. Kutubu understand Creole, so you go down for land to that one day.
But should I give you the answer? Would I do that? So me personally, I hope to do that.
Yeah, it's okay. We just don't know. They try for fair now. Whatever. Look, but that relevant point. If they talk say the president for do A, B, C, or D. I see yourself down the only thing they can make. Well, you go tell the president without look and a power and a put man so they open. Because they possible begin. But a very deep statements and they give, and then but people they expect the massive come and blast. I must never tell anybody they can what they do. They lock president in power and a put man soon. That's the first. Well, but their own interest that they want for. But then much you can talk say they kill. Yeah, I mean we cherry hype all thing, but we don't cherry hype all thing. But I also want to talk about how they talk about the spirits and they feed them. After all to born Salone. That's what I say.
Okay, so you done, eh? Mr. Kutubu, you want to add to that, sir? Or no, go to the next, eh?
No, go to the next one.
Yeah, go to the next one.
Okay, sir. The mommy say back now mob justice they begin. We begin the give something like that. We back calm day with a fan who that's the give we. Time just they go, man, then they feel themselves, people they suffer. Time just they go, people they suffer. People they talk no more, time just they go, then the man they talk book no more, then say the party walk, we not see it. We the wait no more. Do ya how things they go. Yalameba or something like that. Just now, then go begin. Lipakovic say na income and bog them. The country na same old same. People they suffer. Anyone we come, then go turn we. Then no say we na coconut head. Anyone we come, they turn we. Then no say we na coconut head. So what's in I own take on that? Mr. Kutubu, you want come in?
Okay, good.
Huh?
Well, me not even go to the talk of mob justice.
Yeah.
I will address that unless it look it's very serious.
Yes, sir.
We will address with the lenses of waiting Salone go to do the rebel war. Now that lens I want to address it. We should never see ourselves as a society where we therefore rely on any kind of a justice. We for rely on the traditional justice, meaning that when somebody do wrong, we for now be able to try get a kind of a judicial mechanism of system where the people that will go through the crucibles of the justice system, where in a way that we will be equitable, we will be fair, and we will be in harmony with the legitimate aspirations of the citizens. And that way, we will be on record as being a nation of very civilized people. Because when you talk, say, mob justice, you call for mob justice, it gets a lot of ramifications. You talk about, first of all, you give oxygen to lawlessness. That's like you do. Say mob justice. No, we cannot. We don't pass that stage. What if you go perpetrate the mob justice on the wrong person? That's also the other factor that we'll get for looking into. So citizens enough for the actually we echo them talking. If anything inside through the first lady for be denounced for that. The first lady for be reminded of the fact the husband when the president of the country this fear for defend and uphold the rule of law or the constitution of the country. So mob justice not a part of the constitutional thinking. So now that we all then say we need for the stress and for denounce so no we're not part of it. We would rather prefer for invest with time and energy and effort for build a very good justice system who all will be proud of. So back to you, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You want to come in, Mr. Masali, on that one?
Well, I mean, Kutubu don't say most of what is the main thing with regard to mob justice. But here's the flip side to this. I know say Cherno Alpha Bar, the work on something where they get that kind of evidence there for holding the government accountable up to the ICC or UN level. Yeah, it's not right, and I support them, but because it's like 2020. Yeah, we cannot be sitting down and looking at these guys administer governance in the way that's not obeyed to these modern times. It's not the 1990s. It's not 2020. And there's a lot of evidence out there with regard to some of the comments this First Lady has made. One, mob justice one is one of them, but they don't make quite a few other around them. And then in some cases, these things come to happen. I'll give you an example. After the McKinney incident, for example, we saw the president and the First Lady on an ATV, without any remorse. In fact, the president didn't say, when I can't look at the drive, it was the president and the First Lady on an ATV. This was the very day, I think, or the day after, they had the McKinney massacre. So all of those things, they're not good. And then how did such a video get public? Was it deliberate? And what we see them say in the chin?
No, it was actually live. It was actual live on Facebook.
It was live on Facebook.
Yes, it was live.
While the country was mourning.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was actual live.
That's not by packets. They can be. That's what we see. By packets.
So now go to the next slide. You done, sir?
Go ahead.
All right, cool. The man then no say they go up and down with coconut head, then down put we inside, then we outside they want something like that. Beats we with the dance with the beat or something like that. All then sharp bobo and titi every day they dance to coconut head. Sharp Bobo entity again, they repeat time, they dance to Coconut Aid. It's a hustle, so hustle, something like that. Every day na the ghetto na hustle, mental hustle. Young boy brutal, young boys, then brutal, hustle, every day, man, then they brutal um man then they brutal for survive hustle mental hustle the kind way man then they brutal thing for survive if una know wetin man then they do for survive for no more ne man survive. Me no wants new definition. Me no wants new ceremony for the word culture. You no go they do waiting you been they criticize then you want come you want call change man then they wise up every day now so the eyes then they open. So basically, they talk about it, make an emphasis a lot about how the young man there. It make an emphasis say the young man them and the sharp one, them, meaning I think the intelligent one, they all they dance to the coconut aid, meaning that like people that are of intellectual, then just they fall for it, and then he also say basically. Obviously, the president may they say one thing about change, but obviously anybody criticize. But unfortunately, the way it come, now the same thing basically. So, and I come back in, Mr. Kutubu, what do you think about these lines?
You know, the level of psychophancy in the country, and perhaps psychophancy there, when you look, the young people there, the youths them, where in most countries they look at the resources of the nation. Now they constitute a class where they will say that the leadership, that the Tuma leadership, they don't unfortunately allow themselves to be misled by the people in that establishment. They now create this kind of a scenario for we young people and say the only side usually get for them, get it for day out and they do they don't beating them. They are the who they send a harm's way. But again, what I want blame, I want hold we use them highly accountable. Say they need for them take both a retrospective as well as introspective look at themselves and say, look, you see me, if I get the opportunity, just like you, Mr. I fit for be president of Salone. I fit for be ambassador and I fit for be minister. I think so my life, it was past this. Being a projecting myself like a tool or a robot for let anybody just use me no more like no. We life in fact there's any time when people are going to talk about lives matter. Meanwhile, let the youth say embrace this say we the youth say we life matter. We the youth say because we also get something for contribute to us, the political, economic, and social as well as cultural upliftment of this country as well. We go do this when we don't objectify ourselves with the respect of integrity, the armor of discipline, and the sword of service and selflessness. I think so there are certain things that we cannot say. I cannot see myself being a lackey of anybody. I'm out there with people and beating where at the time for where will lead to us compromising your well-being. I cannot see that. The youth say now that they get for take control of their destiny. They get for understand say these politicians are not helping them. And they not forgive the passport to the politicians and for let them mistreat and abuse them. So me today, and they make a clear call on the youth and say they foresee themselves say they won't be pass waiting the thing the way the politicians are doing for them. They get self-worth. If only they get equal opportunity, they can do better. Let every youth then denounce violence. Let's say no, violence not the ever solve problem. Yes, of course, now we right, now our people right for assemble. That people they write for demonstrate. Because if you have something to say, you don't go take away. In one of the rights and on the rights democracy. If we say we're a democratic society, we say within the prisons of the rule of law for today. But the excesses of any order are not believing now. Putting ourselves in harm's way, we go make we lost we lives here. We get made, we get this. To me, I think say about time let the youth send out this freedom, let they make some informed decision there. So back to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Mr. Masala, you want to come in on that before we go to the next?
Sure.
Yes, sir.
For me, first of all, Emerson did a separate song that the youth can look at, say this is not their own song, and then make them on the album. Of course, it take it's lands them at everybody at Salone. And again, I told her earlier, say, I can talk to that man, they can try to tell me, would say, Pope, me na the whole country, I want to move. So it's only the move. So again, if the song they get this effect, then it work. And another thing I want to explain quickly with regard to this song here, it deep. MRCS, you don't try to sing Bobo Bele, Tufu Tarata, that one in the talk, in the clear, yes. But this particular music, because the myself, it evolved. It cannot be stagnant for the sing Bobo Bele, the sing Bobo Bele kind of music in 2020 from 2005, 15 years. So it puts a different spin to this. The music difference and the lyrics, they get deeper meaning. And me appreciate that. Not all money they sing for, it is sing for in the best interest of Sierra Leone. If you now when a Salone, you get your self-fit interest, not in the best interest of Salone, then you go get some problem there with this, which I can appreciate. Now, coming to specifically Coconut Head, where they talk about them, sharp, bobo, and titi, then they dance to Coconut Head. What do you think they mean by that? Now, for say, we know see for them in concert, not a concert, or fair with realities. Yeah? Because this government, they don't do work. I don't know what the citizens can do anyway. I mean, I guess they can protest. They can make sure so they're not glad it's waiting the government. But all NGO they happen. Then they open beach Sunday bar. Then you go see people there. We don't know how they party, how they dance. Yet they kill people over there, and they arrest people there. Look at Herbert Williams, the other guy, Darami. 11 months. They hold them. Poverty. Yes, they don't come on now. As China Babi they say in the interview I listened to yesterday, people don't go forget this now. People don't forget when they only one month they lock the key. Now people don't go talk. After that they forget. Them man they pass there and their family don't want they don't go through like 11 years, 11 months or deal. So but still with the dance coconut in them, I mean we don't care. So I guess that's some of the points that Emerson is trying to make, that everyone just keeps dancing, even though with all the trouble around us, all the hunger, all the dry ground, with the dance no more, with the shape them coconut, they go, they penetrate with skull and reason.
So the way I read that one, the way make emphasis on the sharp titi, then sharp bobo them, meaning the intelligence picking them, intelligence boys them, intelligence girls them, but yet still then they go with the flow with the Coconut Head, not saying that they are not intelligent, but they basically put that intelligence today into reality. Now that's me take from that.
Well, we don't speak to specific intelligent people per se. If they speak to Salone Bobo,
no, right. No, I not say specific people them. I say it make emphasis on smart people that you use the word Bobo and Titi them. Basically, they're smart, but yet I guess then they put that intelligence today into reality.
That's what he's referring to. Not necessarily we say you don't go for anyone who can't force in school. You know what I mean? It's
no, I did try for Mr. Amado, I did try for express to you, waiting me understand. I say so, they try for express to you, what me understand. I know they say, of course, na Sierra Leone and they address, but the emphasis what me they make is that they give credit, say Sierra Leoneans, then whether not the Bobode or the Titi, then are smart people them, but yet still they go with the flow instead of.
I see your point. Yes, that's the point he's making.
Yes.
Yeah, but I thought you were saying that there was just one group of sensible people. No, it's all Sierra Leone.
Right.
Yes, people will get sense. We get sense. Sierra Leoneans are sharp people.
Right.
Anyway, let's not get into that.
Right. Okay, so now go to the next,
All right.
If una wants, una speak all kind English or una say we they talk rubbish, una go yeri we there every night, every morning. Anybody way butu in, excuse me, language tumba, we go pull am nado early morning. How then they chap something like that. The partner so then go hang over na morning. Then been no say we messed up mentally, but then promise new direction. Na dan they land waiting land book, then don't go read boku book, come conco the bank. Can see bookman thief adabra kobadabra the money foop as we they pull dignity per the country with a well per beggar man clothes dressing up corruption fine bookman clothes una look the poor boy just the run behind the lily cockroach but the back working back way then they put for business. Okay. So basically, from what we get from this, they talk about say okay, like some big man in the run per they specify one minister, I guess, or individual where they run per small picking them. Then also it say the one where they say then a bookman and come for can conco the bank, basically can thief the money them or whatever the case may be. Then they use
popo the bank.
Conco use conco.
No, it will be popo. Okay.
He said the bookman they can conco the bank, can't see bookman the thief, adaba the money foop. So basically, like, for can fin empty the bank, you know. Okay, come in, sir.
Sure.
And then it said then they use big English basically, and then they talk say certain thing the way I guess Salone and they talk now rubbish, but yet still we go still they say what we get for say morning or night. Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. I mean, if you look at the words, some of them very clear.
Yeah.
And they talk say, but you been talk about the new definition. We call change.
Yes, that'll be the last one, and we don't do like two.
Okay, okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. So basically, what it is a they talk boku talk, but in essence, we only see the results. Also, when people remember read book say now they work for Conco Bank, as you say. So maybe say they work for what bank people in face. Because na high level chief man them. So he say, can't see bookman thief, abracadabra, the money, foop. So that like magic man the thief, bookman the thief, like foop. It just they say abracadabra, make one or two things them, the money don't go. I think so. He say finish at those. So I will ask us something in the MSC, but something he say by song. I want to ask about get clarity. So like you, some of the words that we say Conco. I don't know what you mean Conco the bank. But we will find out later.
Yeah, conco mean like for say empty now. So then mommy then can
empty the bank.
Yeah, conco the bank. Yeah. Alright, Mr. Kutubu, come on in, sir. What's in your take?
Well, I don't go for the purposes of time and for the expeditiousness of the conversation. Why not go align this step with them? The match by the colleague. Because I'm not sure I would take anything different.
For that one,
from waiting,
Okay, no problem. So the next one is say the inquiry, the hot and cold, the one revenge, then still they per politics, the one revenge. Kakuno they left per in 59 years, still they knock. This kam giwi bofu, then they can giwi ton fufu. At the end of the day, other day. At the end of the day, or other they suffer Monday to Sunday, who that they suffer. So una way done get small sense, I guess. Una kolo under party picking them. Then they reverse we pardent fet. Then they fet we no they done but una comot here with una perfect. Una no they in another tale with waiting full fet. Okay, in another tale with full fet. Naya we go there, see man, then they rise and fall per the fet, but una push so I want pass. una no dey tire with full fet. Na yeah, we go there with the waiting meleju foreigner then they make we dey fet inside the party, then get then young fet, everybody power hungry, man then ready for sponsor the fet, for use divide and cause angry belle go bomber the fet because of bread and butter. Party pikin still the tawa say na dem party better. Today na English, tomorrow na course. All man say na dem better. The one way better. The one way the one way better and the one way not better na we all they end up suffer. Anyone way come go turn we and no say we na coconut aid. Anyone way come again go turn we and no say we na coconut game. Yeah, 1 second, sir, please. All the sharp bubble then the same thing back again. Okay, so in a coming.
The chorus again.
Yeah. All right, come on in, sir, Mr. Kutubo.
Well, how we look at things now a class war and any class war. So survival of the greatest, class struggle. But in the course of this class struggle, alleged them now they enjoy. Look at the foreigners when in Canada, you take the Chinese, the Lebanese, the Indians. Why we political class involved in this self-destruction? Because that's the way I'm looking at it. They self-destruct themselves. If they compete themselves when are then competent and then get the antecedents or the gravitas for this and that, and then go past the other company. You get they essentially they neglect areas them or things them way for big priority. So waiting on big priority in the class war within itself. And who gets the foreigners? Who gets the foreigners that they gain at real extent? So again, there has to be everybody get to take a deep breath first and foremost. There is too much hypertension we surround the politics of the country. Everybody get for cool the nerves down. Take a deep breath, take a sit back and ask, where is this leading us to in India? Or in particular, where is Salone headed for? You are the way with the cult future. Very shortly, in the question of a few months from now, Salone, with the talk of Salone, is 60 years of age. We're talking of that. Then what should they do? With the ask we say 60 years, we don't say we know how with man again for letting who will be able. We don't make any progress since let people then go when we don't take over. This is for me a fundamental question. But in every facet of life, with politics, with economy, with education, with this, with that, we make comparative analysis and look at when people they mean they when we get people like Father Mokai then they mean they you will get people like Mr. Frank Wood then you will get people like Mr. Rogers then you will get all the people that will be the white guys that will be there in charge of the school then. Let's say the kind of thing they care about like the school. When they do along with police, because some of we check what checking, we see with police yesterday, and with police what they see now. What to they see now, not to anything we will be proud of. Their very physical appearance, what look their physical appearance is very annoying. It's very annoying. Something like we see an iota of respect for them. So it begin to wonder where have things where have gone. Now it's so common for them to accuse police people that have been involved in openly bribes, selling their offices, respect no day for them. So all of them say and as we approach 60 years of independence, we take the hard look. We ask yourself a question here. So we don't make any gain. And if anybody wants to be honest with himself, you say no, we don't make no gain it. But how in the 21st century you look at climate change now by Bowser when they go supply water? How will they go supply water that people they host What if I don't get money for buying the WhatsApp? Where do I go? So you guys want to tell me, say, as time they go on, they don't forecast, say, there's going to come a time where the population will grow like we need for see if we can expand the water treated supply and all that. So there's nothing like that. To the extent that we should shortage of water and all that. So these are all burning issues that wait for the engaging attention of Adequate as opposed to what I call the class warfare with the NEPA. So you back, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Mr. Masala, you want to go on that now? Just do after this. I think we'll get skip the chorus and then go to the last line where they give in statements. Then we elaborate on that. Then we go from there. Come on in, sir. Oh, check your volume.
Yes, I was talking away, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would just want to touch on one point we asked. So, who done that Lily bossing when they talk about when they catch them cockroach?
Yeah.
And then I man, I think Ben Kepala, the Commissioner of Anti-Corruption.
Oh wow.
Yes, you see, it's someone in the music is deep small. Yeah. Some people be able to read that and pick up right away, but someone else not. But that's what he was referring to there. And then the way talk about the pack with them and the business, the approach. In other words, the ACC commissioner they file a small case them and they left the big case them. Okay. One good example again, when we know what publicly, I was saying something commission media around chief minister and $1.5 million.
Yes.
And that was never rectified or clarified or what's not. But if Namami the chief mango Obayanda, you see the commissioner they will fail that kind of person, they run after.
See, interesting. Like that. Okay.
That's the point.
Deep. You done?
Yes, no question. Because okay. On board. I will come for until they I don't really expect that. It's so relaxed.
It just smile you, I swear. It's a Salone business not a grow. All man tangle per politics. So many good party then don't talk they're not a talk right now because of politics. Man not able chill again and get advice. They end up per politics. The boyfriend girlfriend not sweet again. All thing now na politics. You like it or not, you for join. Better me no mix pa no damn fet. Also okay, waiting. Also ba waiting. Okay, all man a coconut, something like that. Okay, now they blow pa full fets. The people where we they suffer, they not get phone for go they not get phone for go Facebook. Advocates for democracy e don boku na Facebook. I wish say na so if for don dey way the other one them been dey, the more the merrier. By their fruits we shall know them. The more the merrier. By the fruit we shall know them. So now I want to come back in there and they talk about that comparison where Igi is say it compared the then administration with now. It say he wish the same thing for be don't applied in regards to how people then they use the social media. But then me go say I believe say that time they not been get place like this WhatsApp, like how get announced, like how get announced. So yeah, then he say party then the fet, which is true. We don't see a lot of that boyfriend and girlfriend and now not sweet again because of this the tension and the politics. So I don't know what else in I want put on that. Say that basically people then they full fet them. So
well, before the full fet, it makes some key points. We talk about the people that way they really suffer the most. Not only on Facebook, and but he also mentioned say in which say the advocacy or quest for accountability, democracy, rule of law, in which we get this kind of volume of people that were involved during the last administration, which makes sense. However, when WhatsApp below 2014, when I was in Sierra Leone working in government, there were WhatsApp forums already. When I left in 2014, we began WhatsApp forum there. Facebook was also there. What I think has happened, what has happened over those 5-6 years, is that more Sierra Leoneans are aware of social media and how to use it as a force for good or bad. And it has empowered people like me. So I will hold government accountable from my phone. Because I get many, and Khadija, you see me sometimes because you and I share one or two WhatsApp forums, and I go there and I speak my mind. And again, I take it back to what this guy, Cherno Alpha Bar. I really want to contact that guy. If you ever have get in touch with Khadija,
yeah, I don't get to interview with him, and I saw before. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if you don't see that interview there.
Because he's doing something that's important for accountability. Again, I cannot overemphasize that. Like me, so we know they alive in 2020. I see things they happen in my country, unable to talk with them. They can't do so right now, and more of we can begin to do more of that. And keep with leaders in check. If they don't go on a parliament between parties, opposition, whatever, then let the people do them because after all, they work for us, the masses. So yeah, social media is the way to go.
Yeah. So you want to add to that, sir, Mr. Kutubu, or no? Go forward.
Well, like one say, which is true.
No, go ahead. Okay.
The rise of social media, or the advent of social media, it really don't change now the narrative. It don't change the narrative. A lot of things now, what you know happen, we get awareness. We don't even take awareness down to the peak of Mount Everest. Now everybody's like out here, advocating. Everybody's out here, one way or the other, different platforms that we get that now. So they made the outreach. The only advice will be, as we continue to make this advocacy, the outreach, let green, white, and blue be uppermost in our mind. Let it be waiting with all the aim at. Yes, we all get different ideological leanings and persuasions, different persuasions and such. But at the end of the day, though, now one goal we get, how we all going to move the country from point A to point B. Yes, we go in different aspects, in different political spectrum and anything. But the emphasis for actually be how we all, or the challenge for be how all would agree for move Salone from the pedestal of grace to the avenue of success.
Well stated, sir. Thank you so much. If further say, I want to skip the chorus. You say, straight to the point. Let's see. Okay, it says straight to the point statements where Sierra then they share. We picking them, get for calm, make the country. That is say confused that calm. I think that they Mr. Arun been called about. It say them picking there so they no one suffer for nothing to begin with. Now then yeah, so we go about par for can fix we country where basically we don't inherit from mama to then mama then the mommy then back themselves don't inherit the same mess from the make. So Mr. Arun may say he disagree with him, and that's in terms of the words the way he use, where he say basically this generation then depend on them, how you call it, and then PlayStation, and obviously we not go able for them for them make we country. So what's in your own take on that? For now we go answer in concern.
Yeah, okay. Good. If I like pick up on this very quickly.
Yeah.
Remember earlier on I told a challenge to the youths.
Right.
Now that person now talk say we don't will count on this, generation and it's very right. Because what's not happen, the youth them where we especially now the next generation of leaders they don't allow politicians for defining them. They don't allow politicians for determining how they for live their lives. For example, I've been talking earlier on. This again fall within the constitution. Democratic understanding. We right for take exception to issues them where if you say not they go right with the governance of the country. But what neither will ever encourage anybody for do is that when you on purpose, or I don't know what you have for purpose, you put yourself at harm's way. That's nice. To be honest with you, I'm not sure say I'm going to feel off that kind of narrative day. Like the person said, we want to create a situation when this present generation waiting, when he make he exit, we for don't get people, I mean, we use them in place now where they don't prepare themselves for the leadership. And this they only happen for Volker say they understand the fact say they for don't objectify themselves with the breastplate of integrity, the armor of discipline and the sword of service and selflessness where and they go put them in that setting. There are just about a lot of things where they not agree for being part and parcel of, because what I will do is that it totally defeatist to whatever good intentions them where they get. So to that person who talk say they know they depend on them on this present generation. Yes, but we go further advice say, please don't give hope. Let we continue for give hope where we see say hopelessness on it is about plentiful. Let we continue for appeal to the youth and say believe in that then the people who they count on, they get they get what it take for take over the national leadership of the country.
Wonderful, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, Mr. Arun, sorry, at least we don't get to your question. I know say it take a while. The lyrics are so long. The other music then Atuma said we go able for do, and because we don't exhaust with time. Mr. Masali, come in, sir.
Yes, for speak to what Kutubu just talk about, here's what I think Emerson is doing there. First of all, in order for me to shift the burden to we beginner and grand beginner, because we don't tell the shift time. If you look at what he say, we pull them from we own grandpa and granny them, say to we they now we push them back to beginner and grand beginner. So in the time we say, who will stop this cycle of passing the responsibility from one generation to 2 or 3 or 4. So they say, no try, no do, and this step, government accountability or national accountability. And but also a provoke the youth them, and that's true. Beaucoup of the youth them na PlayStation business. If you picking yourself, if I give them chance, we will let you na PlayStation or them funny game in with paper. But Salone, I get a specific example right now as I talk to us. So we did an effort for create an online platform. We already created it, and we're trying to get students for the NPSC taking those exams, national exams, Beke, national exams, WASKE, regional exams. The final say they don't have course material available. So what we did was to go get the material that they would normally go get, those who can afford it, buy it from galleries in streets, and we'll put them on an online platform. We'll get a group of people, we'll get a whole community around this, then type up everything, we'll put it at the platform. And then last week, Saturday, we'll get a forum of over 200 people there. We're supposed to have a mock on maths on Saturday. Guess how many people show up of the youth that are taking WASKE exams? 2.
Wow.
2. What thing I want to do? Probably they watch Premier League. We don't know, but that's the kind of mentality. That's the kind of proof that shows yes, indeed, we're a PlayStation generation. And not mean say we go for study play PlayStation every day, but yes. That business working paper.
I agree with what you say, and what me get from that too. It is say in they should just say the young generation for can take over. Where it be say they not even want to do nothing for themselves, or like basically they're lazy. So how we go able for depend on them for let them carry that thing we don't happen from generation to generation. Now that's myself gets from that. Because the time we don't exhaust so much time time. I want to tomorrow we'll do part 2 where we'll critically analyze in other song them from the other previous administration, from the His Excellency Tijan Kaba to Dr. Inesi on time. Then we compare now to this wire so as to how fair it was. Was he equally how you call him direct like he was with this one or that one, and they so the debates go continue. The time we don't exhaust 3 hours, so I think it's only fair that we call it quits. Anything else what you want to say, sir, before we go? And audience, I apologize today, as in I know the platform was extremely busy. I'm not able to acknowledge everybody, but I want to know say definitely we're appreciating coming in. So come back in, Mr. Masali, and then I'll make Mr. Kutubi saying last word before I get to me.
Sure. Well, in closing, I will come back to what you said from the very beginning. Emerson, this is what he does. He's spiritually driven. He writes songs, what God's given him. gift to him. That's how I know it. Yeah. Um, Three things have been discussed broadly. Number one, the feeling of the current party, current administration, the SLPPM, how they feel body song, they don't express them. The APC, they don't express them. And then I'll get ordinary citizens, the way they say, well, we know so coconut tail. Of course, when they say, well, then a coconut tail. So somebody even give example on the chat. G Boyd, they say, for me, you tell Mr. Kutubu, say, that thing we describe this one, like an example of coconut head dandy, when they use picking them, well, the younger generation, the politicians that is a show of coconut head. So the man don't pull his story, and to me, it is the greatest song on accountability our country has ever seen. I stand by that, and I get evidence for proof. Now I'll go back through the line one by one. We not talk about both of the line. We'll skip over, but let the discussion continue. It's the hottest topic in town today.
Yeah, tomorrow, definitely. Tomorrow we get for, like I say, we get for compare. Tomorrow now we'll go just play them in the beginning, and then we'll go immediately land to the other music them, definitely from the previous administration. Mr. Kutubu, come back. Yes, definitely. And you go, I'm sure say you go join the discussion tomorrow, Mr. Masali. You're more than welcome to do that. But I will call you anyhow. Mr. Kutubu, come back in, make your last statement, sir.
Okay. Now, first of all, I thank you very much for the invitation. And that can be colleague.
Yes, sir.
I must tell you, I like the way he matched the argument.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the point, he hit at the point. I didn't see we need for the land for next year. Oh, come now. We are not a daggers drawn. We didn't for express opinions because we all in the land from one another. Yes. And I must tell you, personally, I enjoy the conversation with Jam. The way, the methodical way the layout, the argument. I'm not going to talk about the professionalism now. Yeah. And so, Nego further and say, we were they get a privilege because I'm always using this word as not to define rights. Now, privilege we get for the system that they place there, for the total people they release it to we. When we come, yes, by nature we now human beings we get at the leanings we get in, but they can only be technical then. We priority for B, that's what they call green, white, and blue.
Exactly.
Whatever we did, we not make sure say we not knock them off. You know the article. Now I go back to things from American leaders. They say not invest in institutions. Let we invest in institutions. So that this institution then they go outlive the leaders and the party. Some of us are American, so people like Benjamin Franklin, they don't go long term. People like George Washington, they don't go long term. People like Thomas Jefferson, they don't go long. But the institutions that want to be created, those institutions are there.
Remains.
Now also appeal to government say what they can look they say government that continue to look in that.
Yes.
Meaning that if you come, you meet this, they don't put this now. Not look how you get everything. No, pull out start all over. Because one, a waste of time, waste of money, and progress. You holding back progress. You will be on that. They will not go. Will be on. For example, buying SUVs then for fighting Corona to me really not economically sound. It don't make no sense. We could have had vehicles in place for them to because we get for the plan in advance. We don't go wait until me to that. No, we get for the forecast. Then we get the people there. Then we get the technician there. Then we get the on all them and high sounding degrees. In the next 5 years, so we feel say erosion will take place in that place there. Don't begin to put things in order. Where go prevent it. No can we guidelines them, guardrails them. But when all is said and done, it was actually a pleasure being here. I want to thank you very much for the invitation.
I want to also take this opportunity to tell you plenty thank you. We can always agree to disagree, and we know Usai now we common ground. We're not the green, white, and blue. Thank you so much, sir, for always.
Can I say one last thing quickly?
No, 1 second, sir. I give you a chance back. I want to tell you plenty thank you for always honoring the invitation and never taking things personal, but rather knowing that we all get the same interest. We're not the green, white, and blue. Maximum respect, salute. Thank you, sir. Mr. Masali as well. I want to tell you plenty thank you. And know say today you definitely want join, so I'm get for change the flyer all over again, and I'm glad you are doing because obviously it was meant for you both. For now we sit down and I get two different way and I look at this music, but at the end of the day we're able for debate in a very peaceful manner, very professional, and we land at a common ground. Come on in, sir. I know say you want to say something else.
Just for business owner for repay Mr. Kusubu the compliments we offer
so
because
sweet.
I mean come for more, I come for club bout.
It just be the laugh you.
But I mean I enjoyed the conversation with him. I appreciate what he tried to say. But man, don't try to shape up this coconut area.
so I think what Mr. Kutubu, I think say one thing we achieve the way you come in and the way you go out now in a different way, correct?
Well, I mean, like we say, the people are looking up to us.
Yes.
They're looking up to us for leadership.
Yeah.
So now, therefore, exhibit maturity, leadership, scholarship.
Yeah.
Because that's the only time we need to play back. But if we can't, we don't know today, we just feel like it Van Winkle.
Yeah.
We don't know today, I mean, we don't have for bring people them.
That's all.
Not to for not to for them.
Yeah. Appreciate you so much, sir. So at least now we know say, and then they call all man coconut aid, but because of what we don't go through as Sierra Leoneans and we country as a whole, it want to come out of that coconut state of mind.
We need for advance. I mean, we cannot afford for the HMS one place, we not go before, not come here.
Yes.
We need for go before.
Yes. But then now, tomorrow, it will take a different turn. Because now, like I say, with the come back again, we address them other music them we don't pull in the past with the regime and compare how fair he was with this one, because people that they complain say, hey, go hard on this one, it waits 2 years, so the analysis go continue.
It's the hardest one this.
All right, so any last thing again before I know one and I go in and I'll say
it's a pleasure. I mean, once in a while, if you think that it's necessary for call you in advance, trust me, because we here for discuss national issues then.
Absolutely.
As long as the national issues then.
Absolutely.
Because I don't know get them.
Yes.
So anything we all going to do for guests I don't go before, I want to count on me on that.
Absolutely.
Anything we for guests I don't go before.
Yeah. Thank you.
Once I will get national issues for go discuss or go there.
Yes, sir.
Count on me. Once I get I will come.
Absolutely. This platform is made by us, for us, so everybody get the right to this platform, and definitely you go expect me call, and if you get the time tomorrow, you go come back again for the second one, because it's critical that we continue so we left off. We don't exist. Yes, sir. The same time, God willing.
Good night, sir.
Yeah, and I thank you. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Same to you.
Salone
thank you, Khadija.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So I want to take this opportunity for tell everybody plenty thank you for when I take time out of in a busy schedule today for joining with today, and I forgive we were not able to read through the comments again. Like I say, now a work in progress. It will be a time where we go make sure say we read all the comments then, but in the meantime it can be a bit overwhelming. So I forgive we. After God, like I can say, without Ina, there's no Salone for All, Voice for All. We appreciate Ina so much, and now we remember we team bind it together. We're not the green, white, and blue. Now we try for agree to disagree in a peaceful manner, and always put Mama Salone first. Until next time, this is Salone for All, Voice for All Network Television. I am your host, Khadija Tijan Nabi. Now God bless we all, and God bless the Republic of Sierra Leone, and of course the United States of America. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome, sir. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Good night.
Yes, sir. Good night, sir. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.